Welcome to Stinky Mega Podcast.
Yeah, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the top 3 stinkiest places in Antarctica. Number
Penguins
one,
are really stinky. Did you know that?
they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
You ever been
Holly-
to a zoo?
It's because of all the gay sex they have.
Yeah. It's
Wonderful
not,
start.
It's not a Christian place, Antarctica. It's lawless, godless.
This is the new right-wing super mega podcast where we're...
Sponsored by demonetization.
These gay penguins stink up the place. They do nothing but have gay sex.
I sent him a DM the other night.
No, you didn't. You
Yeah, I
sent
did.
Alex Jones a
You
DM.
sent Alex Jones a
I
DM.
did. His DMs are open, and I said, hey, do you want to come on my podcast? And he never responded. So
Alex Jones, if you're hearing this, never come on the podcast.
He
No,
probably
please.
thinks you're a part of the deep state.
probably think so, man. You think
Yeah.
super mega deep state?
Now, Super Mega is the deep state. They got their friend Ross O'Donovan, who's an Australian, on the podcast, not even American.
Yeah.
Who knows if ICE is going to have any fun with him.
I stole some jobs. It's kind of what we immigrants do.
Ross, what pisses me off is that you're here at this company and you stole a good job that a
Yeah.
perfect American could have.
Yeah,
Yeah, here you are with your smug Australian ass.
it's good.
The only downside about you being Australian is that, well, like you being, your typical
Being down to
Australian is that, it's hard to tell that you're Australian just by looking at you.
Why are you pinpointing Australians?
Because we need less of them in America.
Wait,
Because they're
what?
stealing all of our fucking movies, dude.
And women.
And women.
Tired of these
So
Australians
many-
coming in, stealing our jobs and women.
Dude, the Wolverine is Australian.
Is he really?
Hugh Jackman. He's from my hometown.
Yeah.
He's from Perth.
Oh, I should
He
figure
went to
that.
the same
'cause
school as
It-
my sister.
Isn't
Really?
Margot Robbie Australian too?
I don't know.
I think she is, or British or something. She has an accent. I'm almost certain she has an accent.
What's the Thor guy's name?
Chris Hemsworth is
Yeah,
Australian.
Yeah, he's from. I'm pretty sure he's from Rockingham, which is outside of Perth.
Him and his
Or-
brother. What's his brother's name? Hunger Games Gale, whatever.
Yeah.
His name,
That guy.
the dude's name isn't Gale. The dude's name is something Hemsworth.
Ryan Hemsworth?
No,
No
I'd
idea.
remember that. You know how you always remember actors who have your name,
Yeah. Dude.
like Ryan McShane.
Bob
Right.
Ross.
Oh, yeah, Bob Ross.
Mm.
Matthew McConaughey and Matthew Damon.
You should just say Matt Damon.
Oh, I want to
You
call
have
him
to say
Matthew Damon. I want to call him Matthew Damon.
Imagine seeing Matthew. Imagine seeing Matthew Damon. Hey, Matthew. Yeah.
Dude, Matthew Damon sounds more like an actor than Matt Damon, I think.
It's that's where the whole thing came from. People seeing him and like Trey Parker, Matt Stone would joke with him about when people saw him, they'd be like, "Hey, Matt Damon, Matt Damon." So like that's why they gave him the Team America World Police.
Damon.
He just goes Matt Damon because like that's it's making fun of people who see him on the street and call out his name.
Does that ever happen to you, Ross? Anyone ever see you and just yell Ross?
No, they
do
see
they
me.
yell at
They
you
see me in public and yell, "God damn it, Ross!" And I'm just like, see, I don't mind it. I mean, I do mind it, but like, I don't mind when people just say it. But like, when it's like I'm out in public and someone screams, it's like, oh my fucking god, that's so cringy. I feel bad for them, but I'm also embarrassed that it's drawn attention to me.
I guess what would you say? There's no harm in someone being
No, not at all.
socially inept.
No, not at all. But
But that's not that bad. That's just
if
kind
you're-
of like
if
not fully.
if I'm like out with Holly and I'm like, trying to have a nice day, it's like it's kind of.
That doesn't make you feel like a big man, a big famous movie star when someone recognizes
Someone yells,
you?
"God damn it,
because-
Ross," when you're out having a nice picnic with your wife with wine and a baguette.
The problem is that if you're trying to have a nice time and then someone draws a lot of attention to you and then everyone's like, what was that about? And then like 20 more people figure out what it's about, then it's just like, thanks. Like if it was just a quiet, like you came up, it's like, hey, I'm a big fan. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like that's the difference. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's not inconvenience, but it's like
Yeah.
when you make it a scene, it's like, fucking Christ, what are you doing?
There's there was this time I was just having dinner and someone wanted to take a picture with me or whatever.
Oh, nice.
And then everyone around like the vicinity started looking over. And I could see them
That's the
doing this
best.
face. They seeing if they could recognize me. It's like, do I recognize this person?
Is that a big
So,
movie star?
It was just and then, in their heads I could see them go, "Nah, no, that's nobody. That's probably just like her brother or something that she recognized or a family member."
That's happened to me too, and it happens to Aaron. And I remember when we were, I think we were in Japan actually. Yeah, I think we were in Disneyland in Japan, and
Forget that
So-
they have Disneyland in Japan.
Yeah.
They got it everywhere, dude. They
Yeah.
got it in like China. And...
Is it better in Japan than it is here?
Yeah, it's about the same.
Oh.
Yeah. So like, what happened was, these people come up to us. They're like, "Hey, can we get a picture?" And we take a picture. And then this woman walks over with her kids. She goes, "Are you in movies? What do you do?" We're like, "Oh, we have a YouTube channel." And she's like, "Oh," and she like walks away. And it's just like,
You should have lied.
you wouldn't have known who we were. Even if we said we were in movies, you would have asked for a picture and posted on Instagram going, "I'm at a big celebrity.
Ross, you should have
I'm
just...
very popular."
Yeah, I know. Like, even they don't know who they are.
It's like, I've been a huge fan since their first movie.
You should have told them
Should've
you were
just lied.
Ant-Man.
Should have just said I was the alien in Prometheus.
Yeah.
You're the voice of Jack and Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, I'm the voice of
Jackie
Jack and
Legs.
Kangaroo Jack, yeah.
Which you haven't even seen.
I have not seen
But it's
Kangaroo
fucking
Jack.
fantastic. We've talked about this a million times,
a
how
good
good Kangaroo
movie.
Jack is. And as an Australian, I think you need to see it.
Apparently Paddington Bear 2 and 1 are very good films.
Yes, but I haven't seen
I haven't
either
seen
of
either
them.
of
I heard
them.
they're
so
sad
I
as
need
shit.
to watch
I heard
them.
they're like really good. And like people I respect, like fucking
How do we get off
I
of
saw
Kangaroo Jack?
what?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I was saying I wanted to talk more about Kangaroo Jack.
We
You wanna
can,
talk-
Ryan. Let's finish talking about Paddington Bear, and then I promise we'll talk about Kangaroo Jack.
I mean, I have
Fine.
nothing to add to the Paddington Bear discussion because I haven't seen it.
But if you did see it, what would you say?
I don't know. Grant Kirkhope said it was good.
Okay.
So would you say it's pretty good? Your opinion of it, if you were to
Yeah,
see
I mean,
it, is pretty good?
enough people that I respect.
When is that going to be a movie review series? Like, I haven't seen it yet. A lot of my friends have, so I'm going to give this
No.
movie an A+.
Generally with films like that, like if I have friends that I know I have similar taste with, and they're like, "Oh, dude, you love it," like they don't just say that, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like how you said Baby Driver is good. Like I took that at
Like they
Media
gotta
value.
know. They gotta know you'll love it because they know your taste.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So-
I know that long, slow-paced, droning movies you're not attracted to personally,
I didn't like
Ross.
Blade Runner,
Or any movie that just kind of, like, drones.
and
Sounds
I think people get really heated when I say that, but I'm just like, the new Blade Runner film, I thought it was boring as fuck.
There's nothing wrong with having an opinion like that,
But that's the
Ross.
thing when Barry's doing the podcast and he was talking about like movies on Grumps. I remember they were like, "Oh, do you want to come talk about Blade Runner?" I was just like, "Fuck no!" The
You know a lot of
stuff I
hate.
would say about that film, it would have people like in the comments doing probably what they're doing right now, like, "Oh, it's wrong
Yeah, essentially.
opinions." Oh.
People really have a problem with different opinions.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's my thing. It's subjective, right? So with I should probably explain myself. I don't like slow paced stuff, and I guess that my issue with it was just like, I know there's gonna be a horse in the thing. Just you don't have to draw out this scene, this slow build up, because I mean maybe it just doesn't work for me, but I didn't feel suspense. I was just like, oh my fucking god, get on with it. Like constantly. That was me the entire fucking film. I don't need to see a fucking 17 shots of a guy walking down a hallway to get to something that I know is going to happen. Like it just bores the fuck out of me. And maybe that speaks to me having attention deficit disorder is probably the issue, but like but it wasn't just me. Holly hated it too. Holly hated it. She thought it was terrible.
Really?
I mean, I could acknowledge
Like a terrible film or just terribly paced?
I thought the pacing was terrible.
Okay.
I thought it could if the pacing was just slightly better. If I took that film and cut it
Yeah.
and like brought up the pacing a bit, I honestly think I would have enjoyed it.
If you had like a Ross O'Donovan cut.
Yeah, seriously, like the ADD
If you had
cut.
dude, you should start doing that for movies. An ADD cut of
Yeah.
movies.
And
Make an ADD cut of There Will Be Blood.
I can acknowledge great cinematography, acting was pretty good. Just there's nothing wrong with it. Just the pacing.
Did you like the score?
You
You hated the score, right?
the music was fine, but the ambiance, the drones, it made me uncomfortable. Not in like a suspense way, but just like fucking Christ, it's giving me a headache. And I don't know if it was the theater I was in because I was in Glendale in the Americana theater.
Yeah.
And they had I don't know if it was the speakers, but like when it was playing those like droning noises, I literally had my fingers in my ear and I looked to Holly and she was like actually in physical pain. She was like, this is so uncomfortable. But we had to stick around because we went to go see it with our friend Mark. And at the end of the movie, he was like, that was great. And me and Holly were like, I wanted to leave. I hated it so much.
I mean, talking about pain, sometimes pain can be a good thing.
Yeah.
Like when you're getting in shape.
Beachbody On Demand is an online fitness streaming service that gives you unlimited access to a wide variety of highly effective, world-class workouts personalized to meet your needs.
Beachbody On Demand also includes extensive nutritional content, all proven to help people achieve their health and fitness goals.
Oh man, Ryan, you know I'm a skinny little man. I'm a frail little skeleton.
You are. I can barely see you.
Yeah, I know, right? But guess what? Guess what? I started trying this out. I did the P90X thing that they have on Beachbody.
Oh yeah, okay. Because they also have Insanity and 21 Day Fix and T25.
They do. I tried P90X and it completely wrecked me. And I'm sore. I was sore for like 3 days. But I feel good. I feel good, guys. I'm looking better than ever. Do you see these muscles, Ryan? Feel them.
Yeah.
Feel these muscles. Feel them. Touch them.
Oh wow, those are so big. Well, since my body is already at the peak of perfection, I like doing something not as strenuous, like yoga, which you can try 3-week yoga retreat, which is also a great thing that I try out to, it's like stress relief. It's really nice. Get into yoga, and this is a good way to do it.
Yeah, guys, it's the New Year's. You got those New Year's resolutions. Why don't you try Beachbody On Demand? That's a great way to go ahead and start those resolutions. It's convenient. It's accessible on your computer, web-enabled TV, tablet, smartphone, or any other web-enabled device. There's no need to go to a gym or schedule a class. It's right there on your device.
Workouts can range from cardio to weight training, yoga, as I mentioned, low impact, and even dance. You can dance your problems away using Beachbody On Demand.
Plus, the annual subscription is cheaper than a gym membership. There's over 600 different workouts. If you need help finding a workout style to match your interests and goals, you will find something here. Beachbody On Demand even has nutritional help. Abs are made in the kitchen. And Beachbody On Demand even provides comprehensive nutrition plans to help you meet your goals, because working out is just part of the equation.
And you need to get started on Beachbody On Demand right now. To do this, simply text SUPER to 303030. Text SUPER to 303030.
You'll get full access to this entire platform for free. All the workouts and nutrition information for free. Just text SUPER to 303030.
And as you're helping your bodies out, you're helping your favorite boys out right over here.
We're helping them out.
Yeah.
Thank you. And by the way, don't forget you can text SUPER to 303030 for a free trial of Beachbody On Demand. Yeah.
Okay, that was one of our commercials, Ross. Did you enjoy it?
Enjoy it, man?
I mean, I'm here and I didn't hear the editing.
We didn't record it yet.
Yeah,
We're recording it after.
I'm sure it's great. I'm sure
Just pretend
tons.
like we said it. Just
Sure,
then.
like 20 people bought it.
Would you guys be down to go in on a theater? Like, think of this theater. It has like this Australian vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing it does is it shows a double feature of Kangaroo Jack and Crocodile Hunter Collision Course.
Why not?
Every day
there's
of the
other
week.
Australian movies. Rabbit-proof
No.
fence.
Kangaroo
No.
Jack isn't even an Australian movie. It's an American
It
It takes
movie that's
place
a
in
fashion
Australia.
show in
I didn't say it
Australia.
was an Australian movie. I said this is an Australian-themed theater that
That plays
happens
Australian
to show
movies?
not Australian movies, just movies
That you want.
that I want to watch that happen to take place in Australia.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
I think it could be a big endeavor. I think you guys would be missing out if you did not jump on this train
Concession
with me.
stand is only at Beck Steakhouse.
Dude, if Outback opened up theater chains where you could like eat bloomin' onions while watching a movie, I'd be so down.
I've never heard of bloomin' onions.
Can I give an
before
unpopular
saw
opinion?
it. What?
I don't like bloomin' onions.
I don't know what they are.
Oh no.
I think it might be the name, because bloomin' onion.
Have you ever just tasted them?
Yeah. Like I've had it at Outback Steakhouse.
Do you not like it for the aesthetic of the name, or do you not like it because you don't like the taste personally?
Man, I don't know. Part of it, I think a big part of it's the name. Like upsets me for some reason.
The name
think of, like,
upsets you
Granny's
so much
Bloomers.
that you're just not gonna eat it, and you're like, it's not me.
Bloomin' onion sounds like a
A bloomin' onion.
like a name for like a prolapsed anus. So
Yeah.
like I think of that, and then I don't enjoy the food because
a
of
bloomin' onion.
Because you
and a
wish you were eating
prolapsed
anus instead.
that. Yeah.
It's just like, I can't get the.
No, I think someone like pointed that out to me once, and I couldn't get that out of my head. So now I don't like. Also, I don't like the flavor. of it that
I understand that. When I was a kid, I was eating Cocoa Pops, and my sister, we just got a rabbit, and my sister said, "Oh, Cocoa Pops look like our rabbit's poo-poo," and I went like, "Oh my god, she's right." And then after that, I didn't want to eat Cocoa Pops. I didn't eat them for like 4 months.
Yeah, dude.
They look just like rat
It does
poop.
look exactly like rat and rabbit shit.
I used to have a cute little bunny, mean as shit. Name was Snowflake.
Yeah,
and then
me
we changed.
too.
Then we changed the name to Snowball, and then we just named it Bunny.
we had
or
a
rabbit.
we had a black rabbit named Thumper, and then it
like
escaped.
from Bambi.
Yeah, it escaped its cage and became feral. So whenever we saw, there was like holes, all like it'd been digging holes like all around our backyard.
what?
So we had a really big backyard back then. And then what happened was we we ended up finding the rabbit and we caught it and we're like, finally we found Thumper, and Thumper was like hissing and like snarling and shit, like crazy thing.
No rabbits could do that.
Yeah, and then we took the rabbit and we gave it to the lady across the street who had like chickens and cats and stuff, and she's just like better with animals, and we're just like, hey, like, do you think you could like maybe look after Thumper? Like, it's kind of scaring the kids because it's like in the backyard and it's kind of, it actually attacks people.
Fuck.
So
you have a guard rabbit.
Yeah, we had a guard rabbit. So what happened was, she's like, yeah, sure. So eventually, like, we were like, oh, let's go check up. Like, my mom was like, we can go over there and see it, like how Thumper is, because like we liked Thumper, but we were still kind of like uneasy because Thumper was so crazy, it like snarl and like bite. So we go over there, and she's like, yeah, I don't know where Thumper is. And then all of a sudden, like, one of her like big orange cats like walks around the corner from a bush, and then out of nowhere, Thumper jumps out of the bush like a raptor and jumps onto the side of the cat and takes a huge bite into the cat. And the cat goes,
Jesus Christ,
and goes running. And then the rabbit ducks back into the bush. And ever since then, every time someone's like, oh, like we're watching Holy Grail, and then the rabbit comes on screen. You know what I'm talking about?
People
and it's attacking people. And like, oh, I'm like war Vietnam flashbacks.
My rabbit was mean as shit. Like if it got mad, it would just start biting at the cage and like trying just let you know that
they're crazy.
I didn't know they were
he
mean.
or she's angry.
They can be mean.
No, you know
rabbits
what?
can be ferociously mean.
I take that back. When I was in elementary school, I remember one of the classes I was in had like a new cage of rabbits. Because earlier that someone was taking care of rabbits at their house. A rabid raccoon got in and killed some of the rabbits. So they took the ones that didn't get attacked and brought them into school that day for like safekeeping for some reason, which was a pretty stupid idea. And I remember I went to go pick up one of the rabbits that had been in the cage with the rabid raccoon.
Who watched his friends die.
Yeah, and it bit me. And I was thinking like, oh shit. If this thing has rabies, it just bit me. And I had like a paranoia attack and that I had rabies. And I was thinking like, am I going to have to cut my finger off? Am I going to have to...
You ever see a video of a human with rabies?
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
No, I haven't seen it.
Have you seen that old black and white footage video where it's like this bald guy and he's just...
Does it look like zombies?
Yeah, pretty much. You like foam at the mouth and...
You don't... From what I've seen in the videos, maybe it was taken in some medical thing, so they're not as violent. But I didn't see any violence. It was mainly like foaming at the mouth, and people were essentially in comatose, it seemed like.
Yeah, it was scary, man. Rabies is... And if you have like a rabies scare, they have to give you shots, and you got to get a bunch of shots in your stomach. I think it's like in your abdomen. They shoot you up like 20 times.
That actually happened to my friend Monty. Before he passed. He had he got bit by a bat.
A bat?
Yeah, and they can carry rabies. So he
wait, like a bat just flying around normal?
Yeah,
like,
I believe so. I mean, I wasn't there because it happened in Texas, but I remember reading about it on Facebook. He was like, "Yeah, I'm getting rabies shots," and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Yeah, the rabies shots sound awful. Apparently, they're really painful. My dad was friends with someone.
Do you mind if I quickly?
Yeah, go ahead. Watch the rabies video. What do you think, man?
Is it the black and white one?
All right, here's my live reaction to a man with rabies. Rabies in a human patient.
This group of villagers from the backcountry of Iran were all attacked and bitten by a rabid wolf.
A rabid woman?
Rabid what?
Wolf.
Oh.
Well, oh,
I thought it said a rabid woman.
Being chased by a rabid wolf sounds terrifying.
Wolves are terrifying.
Like they're already terrifying. Give it rabies, and it's like 3 times more terrifying.
Wolves are like the perfect.
I feel like this is gonna be edited to be like a metal video. I'm skipping through it.
Like the centipede.
I mean, it just looks like a guy strapped down to a table and he's just foaming from the mouth and looking around.
Yeah, but my dad was friends with this guy that got bit by a monkey.
Actually died.
Yeah, he died.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I'm serious.
No, you're fucking
lying.
Died of rabies?
Yeah, he died of rabies.
Fuck off. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't die, dude. He's still dropping the bass out there. My dad was friends with a guy he went to like Thailand and then he got bit by a monkey and died because the monkey gave him like a disease and he died like real quick. So stay away from monkeys, guys, if you see any.
Monkeys are cute though.
Monkeys are cute, but they're little devils, man. They do all sorts of bad shit. They'll bite you, they'll attack you, they'll do weird sexual things, they'll throw their feces.
They'll tear you apart limb from limb.
Yeah, they will, dude. I'd rather be attacked by a pack of pack of wolves or a pack of monkeys to meet your fate.
I think I could at least try to defend myself against a pack of monkeys.
You can't. You're gonna die from them regardless.
We're not talking about apes. We're talking about monkeys, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna die regardless from being attacked by them. They're going to kill you. So which one? I'd probably choose wolves because I think it'd be faster.
You think?
And less pain because they rip you real quick.
No.
Where monkeys would probably.
Sometimes they just kill for sport and they like watching you suffer.
But I'm sure monkeys do too, though.
Monkeys don't kill for sport,
Dude,
as far
monkeys
as I
are
know.
the most murderous beings out there.
Are these facts? Did you
These are
learn this
100%
from Animal
facts.
Planet?
These are real facts.
Matt's Animal Planet?
These are real facts, Ryan. Monkeys kill for sport. They kill more than any other animal on the planet.
Well, wolves definitely kill for sport, 100%.
Well, so do monkeys.
And they have
That's
fun
a fact.
with it.
Monkeys love
they
killing,
will make
dude.
your death slow.
Monkeys find all sorts of creative ways to kill. They'll create little like tools and baseball bats and shit. Dude, give a monkey a gun. Watch what it does.
Yeah, give a mouse a cookie.
If you give a monkey a gun,
He'll only want bullets.
You give him a typewriter and he'll just write.
there's that like thing that's like if you give monkeys typewriters, like
Yep.
eventually they'll write
That's
like
what I was referencing.
what is the what's that theory? It's like they'll eventually write all of Shakespeare's work
Yeah.
or something.
But I'm pretty sure the monkeys will die before then.
What is that theory like? Because I feel like I'm leaving something out.
Wait, are you
Maybe
tell-
it's
wait,
saying
wait,
that
wait,
we
wait,
are
whoa,
the
whoa.
monkeys, and that over time we evolved into beings, and then the end result was the complete works of Shakespeare.
Hold on.
I think I've cracked the Da Vinci Code, guys.
I got to look this up, man. Let me see. Okay, monkeys. Ugh. Typewriter. Okay, monkeys, it throws me off because it's one of the only words that ends with Y, but when you make it plural, it's not IES, it's just YS, you know?
Yeah. The IES form is just a bunch of monks.
It's like funkies.
Here it is, the infinite monkey theorem. It has a Wikipedia page. The infinite monkey theorem states that a monkey hitting keys at random on a typewriter keyboard for an infinite amount of time will almost surely type a given text, such as the complete works of William Shakespeare. So it's just saying, like, if a monkey clicks keys enough, it will eventually type. Eventually.
That's like saying any stupid animal. That's like
But it would be a complete accident. There'd
Give
be
me a
like
little
17
chihuahua.
trillion versions of, almost Shakespeare. Like,
Yeah.
to be all.
They fuck up the last sentence,
Yeah,
you know?
Oh, shit, we're so close. New monkeys, guys.
Imagine having to, like your hell is you have to sit in a room with a monkey with a typewriter
Yeah.
until he types all of, like, A Midsummer's Night Dream.
well, that's never going to happen.
Have you just been writing "Goddamn it, Ross" on this fucking timesheet?
No, a monkey did that with a typewriter.
Fuck off.
Hey, if you give a monkey a typewriter, eventually he'll type "God damn it, Ross." It's just fact. According to the infinite. God, put your fucking foot in my face. I had my eyes shut because I was taking a long blink. I felt your foot press against my face.
You deserved it, son.
I was taking a nice long blink. You
You
ever do
poked
that?
the bear with the stick,
I'm sorry, Ross.
and now you got the bear's horns.
That's with the bear you get the horn.
I love that saying, dude. That's my favorite saying.
Barry, where'd that come from?
Ryan just said it.
Great.
I'm great. Thanks.
Bears with horns. That sounds terrifying.
Bears with horns.
Like, bears are already pretty scary. What's scary about bears is they'll chase you up. Like, you can't escape them. If you run up a tree, they can climb a tree and get you.
There's bears with horns in WoW.
Really?
Yeah, because you can play as a Tauren, and Taurens can turn into druids. It can be druids, which are people that turn into animals, and you can turn into a bear.
Thought-
But if you're a Tauren, you've
are
got
druids
bull
wood
horns.
people?
I mean, they were like
Druids were like tree wood people.
Holly would know better, but because she studied medieval history, but they were just kind of like Merlin. They lived in the forest,
Okay,
and they did
hold
like alchemy and shit like that.
Hold on, that's
Right?
so interesting
Yeah.
because we have the basic study of life,
Yeah.
like someone who studies actual animals, and then we have the study of fake animals, where it's like someone like Holly can know so much
Mhm.
about these fake, non-existent creatures.
What, druids?
Yeah.
No, they weren't creatures. They were people.
Oh.
They
I'm
were
talking
like
about
they were
like
like
druids,
a collection
like-
of
like-
people who.
Well, I'm
did
talking about the
pass
tree
everything
people,
on via
whatever
word of
those
mouth.
people are.
What?
I'm talking about like the people that are legitimate tree people.
That's
not
not.
like I
you're
lived
thinking
in
of
the
like
trees.
ants.
Ints.
Ants.
What
or
are
whatever.
druids?
They're like forest, like
Forest creatures.
alchemy, mage priest things.
But you're talking about druids, which are different from druids.
I said druids.
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 How do you spell that?
Druids.
Druids.
Yeah, druids.
That's what I said.
I'm confused.
I'm
as
very
fuck.
confused right now.
What are you fucking on
Oh,
about?
wait, define a druid.
I just did.
A person.
It's a person.
They exist in
Back
real
in
life.
a long time ago, the druids
Where's my fucking phone?
Oh my god, do I have to fucking look this up?
No, I'm looking it up first, Ross. Hold his phone. Don't let him look it up before
I'm taking your
Matt.
phone, Ross.
Put
Get
the
your
foot
foot
in
out of
your
my
face.
face. Stop
Matt,
it.
I lost my phone.
Where's your
I don't
phone?
know where my phone is.
Is it maybe did it fall off the couch?
Did it fall into this hole?
There
A
it is.
priest, magician, a soothsayer are ancient Celtic religion. There you go. There's a bunch of druids. That looks like the like
Druids.
they look like if the cross between like a group of nuns and the KKK.
Didn't you say that? But didn't you just say that they were people that could turn into animals?
I said in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I'm talking about those things.
Yeah, like
fake druids, not real druids.
Well, you didn't specify.
I was specifying. I said specifically
But the
there's a
people-
study of real animals, and people like Holly know stuff
But
about
I'm
fake
saying,
things.
yeah, because
I
she
found
played
it
World of
interesting.
Warcraft.
Well,
and the tree people, you're only a tree person in World of Warcraft if you spec
What are
in a
they called?
resto.
What are they called?
Restoration druid.
Are there? So they are druids. There are fake druids
Yeah,
that
but
exist in the
not
lore
all
of,
druids
like,
could do it in World of
fucking
Warcraft.
medieval shit.
I mean, they could, but
I'm
it
not
wasn't
talking
useful.
about real old people who think they can do magic in the Celtic religion.
Well,
Hashtag
you were
not all
confusing because you were
druids.
saying like, oh, like it couldn't be. It's not a real thing, and I'm like, but it is
I
a real
wasn't. That
thing.
wasn't a diss. I found it interesting that people can study and know a lot about creatures that don't and never
Wow, this
did
is
exist.
a fucking stellar conversation. Maybe you should have my wife on because she could actually talk about this in great detail because she has a fucking medieval history degree.
I'd love to have your wife on, Ross.
Well, call her because she when I was leaving, she said I'd like to go on their podcast, and I was like, yeah, I bet you would.
We'd love to have her on our podcast.
Why hasn't-
We've
why
asked her
hasn't she
many
been-
times.
Because you won't let her on the podcast, Ross.
will.
Every time she
give her
tries
my-
to come in the room, you punch her in the face.
Look,
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that.
she shouldn't be
And you
here.
say,
It's a
"Get
man's
out."
world.
This is a man. This is a man's world, built by men for men. This recording room is built.
I'm not so man.
We are the men. SpongeBob didn't teach you anything. It's now that we're men, we can do anything.
Dude, I remember
now
that
we're
movie.
men.
That seems fucking awesome.
What is that song teaching young girls? What is SpongeBob teaching young
What song
girls?
we
That
talking
they
about?
can't do
it's
anything.
only teaching men.
It's
Fuck
where
that movie.
It's
What-
where
what are you talking
SpongeBob and Patrick put on like
Oh,
seaweed
And
mustaches or something.
they become like manly guys.
Yeah, they're like, now that we're men, we can do anything. Now that we're men.
Yeah, dude.
I
You've
remember
seen that movie, right?
the Goopy Duper or whatever song.
Yeah, the Goopy Duper song.
That's the one. I don't remember. I saw it once and I was like, that was interesting.
Goofy Goober.
That's the one.
Yo, I cried during that movie, like in
course you
theaters.
cried
Like,
during
When they
every
shriveled
movie.
up in real
Yeah,
life, I was like,
I cried.
That was
Like,
sad. That was
How
a
old
sad
were you
moment.
guys?
I was probably like
when
14.
Did that
Yeah,
come
that's
out?
probably the issue.
I was like 13 or 14.
Were you
that-
only 14?
When did that movie come
That
out?
came out a while ago.
No, you would have been younger.
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because
that was-
SpongeBob came out in 1999, so I'm looking up the movie.
I was probably like 11.
It came out in 2004, so that is
No way.
like
2004. I
SpongeBob
was
the movie?
14
I was
years
18.
ago.
Wait, the SpongeBob movie came
No,
out
I
in
was 17.
2004.
SpongeBob
18.
SquarePants movie.
I was
Dude,
8.
if I it's exactly. I would have. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
There's no way I was
Wait,
8
you were
when
8?
that
Yeah, I was.
Because I was 8 when Kangaroo Jack and
Dude, 2004. I was 17, and I'm 30 now. So that's correct.
Wow. Oh my god. I was just a little 8-year-old when you were 17. Ross, you were probably doing all sorts of bad boy, badass
No,
shit,
I was a
like
huge-
smoking ciggies.
No, I was a huge fucking loser.
Yeah.
At 17. Oh my god. I was
Just animating Newgrounds
st-
cartoons.
yeah, I was actually. That's kind of why I was still a virgin.
And I was drawing. I was-
That's why I was still a virgin.
Yeah, because I was spent all my time making cartoons.
Cartoonist fuck.
Luckily, around 18, that all got sorted
sure.
out because high school was gone. But yeah,
They have to fuck
I
to
want
make
that-
sure the species continues.
That's a great quote from Ryan. Cartoonists fuck.
yeah.
You know, how people.
do.
I remember this guy told me when I was in high school. It's like the most beautiful passage in the Bible is Jesus wept, and I'm imagining it as cartoonists fucked.
fucked. That's in my Bible.
It's the most beautiful passage in Ryan's Bible.
If I-
Cartoonists fuck.
If I wrote my own Bible, is there at least one person out in the world that would believe it religiously?
Yes, dude.
Yeah. There's
Look
enough
about how
people.
easy it is to start a cult. You look at all these ridiculous, goofy cult leaders, and they get like hundreds of people to follow them and kill themselves and kill other people for them. You can definitely get someone to follow you in a cult.
My
Okay. Sorry.
I was gonna say when I did when I was on Game Grumps Live with Aaron and Dan, I was opening for them. I forget what we went all around, but basically I forget what city this was in, but my oh no, actually it would have been Texas. I'm a friend of mine that I know from this retreat I went to. Super nice dude. His name's Andrew. He he came and like met up, and he knows nothing about video games, like not a part of this world at all. And really funny guy. But he comes over and he watches the show, and because I was like, oh yeah, you should come see what we do. And he watches it, and after when he like steps backstage, he's just like, Jesus Christ, you guys could be like a cult. Like you could start like a cult. These people love you.
No, but
and I was just like, probably could.
No, that's the thing. At what point are you a cult?
I don't know.
Because think about online entertainers. Just think of any online entertainer. They have a ravenous fan base to where that person can do no wrong, and they will listen to this person to a certain extent, and maybe even not. So there is that aspect where a cult could easily be manifested through an online audience. But at what point do you take it seriously and say this is a cult?
The Church of Keemstar.
I'm serious. Like you look up Keemstar, fucking Logan Paul, just anybody who has a mass following.
I think
where the mentality is this person does no wrong. I will defend them against anything. Basically when you go up against logic, I think is when you start to have that problem.
It's the same with like Hollywood stars and like even like Donald Trump and stuff. I think that I think a cult is when. Does it have to do with like when they're following not only that person but a set of beliefs? Because when you follow a YouTuber, you're not following like necessarily a set of beliefs and principles. Like what defines a cult? Like what sets apart a cult?
Buy that Maverick merch. You got to be a Maverick. You got to be one of us.
That's being a fanatic, a fan. Like that's different.
I think cultists are fanatics.
Yeah, but fan via definition means fanatic. Like I'm fanatical about blank.
Yeah.
But fan's just like a nicer way to say that.
Here we go. The definition of cult is a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object.
So yeah, like entertainers, 100% online entertainers.
No, but it's like religious.
Yeah,
it's
like
what? Then look up the definition of religious, because religious doesn't automatically link to Jesus or Muhammad or anything.
Well, I didn't say that. I'm saying like religious is like relating to or believing in.
I think, but it has
like a lifestyle.
It has something to do with
That's why Scientology.
No,
is a
it has
cult.
something to do with like creation myths and stuff, right? Like Well, I mean, an ideology, but I guess...
Yeah, religion is the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god.
Like Superman.
So then, let's say... So what do you call it when there's no god, that you're just worshiping this person? You call it government? You call it a monarchy? What do you call it?
No, because it said like... a cult is like religious. You don't have to worship like...
No, I get that. I'm saying if there is no god aspect... but it still acts as though it's a cult. Like, but all of this is aimed at a person instead of a god. Then it's not a cult. What is it? What is that?
Well, no, but like it can be a cult even without like God, because you're following like a person that you see as like a god figure.
Okay.
Like they're like a god figure. Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm just thinking about all the trouble that YouTubers have gotten in the past, but something big could happen with an online entertainer abusing their mass following in a big way. And I'm wondering when that's going to happen, because it has to happen at some point. It has to.
I think it's going to happen.
Command them to do something.
Honestly, I could see it happening on like a platform that has more like immediate feedback. Like for instance, okay, here's a hypothetical, right? A Black Mirror hypothetical.
Okay.
So there is a Twitch streamer, right? Let's not go with YouTube. Let's go with Twitch. And they're doing IRL streams, so like streaming on the go on their phone, like out in the world, right? Imagine if that person, when they started streaming, people would show up and they had like protocol that they had to follow, right?
Yeah.
Like we do this, we are like a group. And eventually
you wear this specific
you wear this specific clothing, and you show up in this brand thing, and then eventually, and so like his live streams are just these like like he's blowing the conch horn, he's like summoning the people that follow his,
and everybody puts on that person's merch and starts watching and is like, yes, but they're all part of this.
They're all dressed in white and they have to act a certain way or they'll be ejected.
Yeah.
And then they all go to that place and they do things, but we don't know yet what. Think about it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, that could happen.
That could definitely happen.
That's just like imagine a Logan Paul like personality, but like more intelligent and manipulative, not just like stupid manipulative, like.
Well, not just stupid in general, yeah.
Like stupid enough to make people believe that they're actually apologizing with a script, with not a script.
Yeah. That is crazy how like you can build that following and not be, I guess, intelligent about it, Like
Well,
it just
I
kind of
mean,
happens. Like
people
you're
like-
the only
Yeah.
reason I believe that the following is that ravenous around the whole Maverick shit is because it's just
Kids like Bad Boys.
oh kid yeah exactly. Like
why- think about-
I came across this YouTube channel the other day where it's this dude. Like this 15-year-old
Yeah.
riding around in a supercar, like
Yeah.
one of those really nice cars, and he has like 2.3 million views on the video. He has a couple million subscribers, and it's like little kids like watching rich kids because it's like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
and
sad.
it's
very sad.
Yeah, it's very sad.
chasing
But I mean,
false
when you were a
happiness.
kid, you were probably just like, oh, I wish I was like that. Like I know when I watched. I mean, it's not the same thing.
I mean, no, not me.
For me, it was like when I saw. I guess it is different.
I'm
but
obsessed over
when-
animators.
When I saw Smosh, I'd be like, I wish I had that equipment. But now it's like, I wish I had that car and that hair and those clothes. Like I used to, like when I used to watch those YouTubers, I'd be like, I want the equipment to make the quality content they make.
Yeah,
But
that's
now-
how I felt about animation. I was like, oh man, that guy's so good. Like Adam Phillips was one guy I looked up to.
Yeah.
He's still around. He's does stuff in Bob's Burgers now, but he made Body of Brackenwood and all these stuff.
But now people are just like, I don't want to make the stuff. I just want the
Yeah.
attention that the stuff brings.
Yeah.
So they're not looking to actually make like I feel the fans, the upcoming vloggers
Yeah.
that are now like 12, it's like, you know, you were interested in animating. I was interested in making sketches. A lot of these
Yeah.
kids are probably interested in the same thing, but there is also that sect of kids that is just interested in getting attention, just like there always has been. There's always going to be that group, except I feel like it's a lot more vocal and a lot more violent now because of the way YouTube is setting up. Like, there's business markets in general.
What if what if one of those big influencers that has like a massive rabid fan base, like back in the cult thing, like what if they commanded their whole following to go out and like set buildings on fire?
That's what I mean. Like, imagine that hypothetical I had, and what if like it started like really good, like. Okay, everyone's got to bring food today. You can't come unless you have food, and then we're gonna go find all the homeless people. And it starts really nice, but then like as he thinks he has more power, it descends into more madness. Just like the DMV, burn it down, and
Yeah.
they all burn it down. But then
'Cause
like
people would do it probably.
but like he's gotten so popular that everyone in the area is like this small town. They're all a part of his fan base. Like even the cops, you know.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be really scary.
That sounds like a Black Mirror.
It sounds like a
episode.
Black Mirror
100%.
episode. I should write
Have
for
you
Black Mirror.
Do you watch Black Mirror, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Love
Matt,
it.
Have you seen Black
I
Mirror?
have seen it. I have not seen every episode, but I've seen.
Which seasons have you seen?
I've seen. I don't know. I've just seen a handful of episodes.
Do you have like a favorite episode?
Metalhead was pretty fucking creepy.
That's the recent season. I don't think Matt's seen the recent
haven't seen the
season.
recent
yet.
season.
USS Callister was probably my favorite though.
My two favorites in that season was USS Callister and Hang the DJ.
Which one was Hang the DJ, the dating one?
Yeah.
That was a really good episode. That was actually one that like was kind of a palate cleanser after just like having an anxiety ridden like, I don't know if I can watch another one.
Because Crocodile's just kind of like your typical just fucking I feel gross Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, and that kind of makes me up. Yeah, sometimes you need like a lower stakes one, and that one was like had a really nice, good feel to it.
Yeah.
I didn't
Even
feel
though there
stressed out.
still was that bit where you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But I don't want to, of course, spoil anything. But back to you, Matt. Now that
Yeah.
you've had time to think, what Black Mirror episode have you watched that you were like, oh wow, that was good?
Oh, the first one I ever watched was the pilot where the
pig.
prime minister has to fuck the pig on TV.
Yeah.
I love
actually
that.
haven't
That was
seen that.
insane. Like it's
haven't
it's a
watched that.
really good
That's
idea.
That's the first episode of Black Mirror.
The pilot, yeah.
I actually I still think I need to watch a lot of the earlier stuff. I came in a little late.
I think one of the best
Fuck a pig
episodes.
on TV? How the fuck does that happen?
Basically, they kidnap like the queen's daughter, or like the prime minister's daughter, or some like royal figure, and the kidnappers are like,
Princess.
yeah, they're like, we're going to kill her unless the prime minister fucks a pig on live TV. So then it's like, okay, are we gonna let her die, or do I go and fuck a pig on live TV? And I don't want to spoil it, but it's pretty good. It's a good episode.
It's a good episode.
First episode on Netflix. Go watch it if you if you're into that kind of stuff.
Fucking pigs.
Fucking yeah. Prime ministers fucking pigs on live
I
television.
haven't seen that episode. Wow.
It's
Actually, I
good.
need because I started. Pretty sure I started in season 2.
So you've seen Shut Up and Dance then, which is like one of my favorite episodes.
I might not have.
Well, it has you watch Game of Thrones too, right?
Yep.
It has Bronn
Oh, nice.
in Game of Thrones.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the one where. So you probably haven't seen this one. It's in season 3.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch them in sequence
because you don't need to.
Yeah, I like just like, well, that one looks good. That one looks.
It's
good.
the one where this entity is texting these people like, "Hey, do this, or we'll release this info about you, or we'll release these secrets that we have about you." And these people go around. It's like this network of people that are doing things for this entity. It's really cool and interesting, and I thought it was really good. Wow. And the pacing was intense,
like a blackmail network.
Yes. And so, like,
that could theoretically exist with the right.
That episode is intense. It is intense as shit. I definitely recommend
like a blackmail network. What is it?
Yeah, it's essentially this
hacker
group or hacker finds out these things about people, and they get them to have this network of like, take this to here and give it to this person, and the person they give it to is also someone that's being blackmailed. So it's like this group of people that are being blackmailed to do these certain things to complete tasks for this entity.
My God, that's terrifying.
I know.
There's like some of the Black Mirror shit, like I haven't like I'll read the description for an episode and I won't watch it because I'm like, that's gonna stress me out too much.
Yeah, that's exactly why I like cherry pick them. Like, I think
that
my brain can
about stress,
handle this one.
The newest season wasn't. I was about to say it wasn't as stressful, but I mean,
there's some stressful episodes.
But I feel like season 4 really shined when it was a little more positive, which is weird for a Black Mirror season.
I heard that it was more like a little lighthearted than the other ones.
Yeah, I heard it was something about possibly, I don't know if this is actually the case, but I think it was because of this year's just political shit that was going on there. Like, yeah, let's just not be as dark. Let's be a little more positive, I guess. Which is fine. That's cool. Because I enjoyed the positive episodes, or the episodes that had more of a positive vibe attached to them. And speaking of that, have you seen The Purge's... no, I have not seen The Muffin Man, but have you seen The Purge's movie poster for the first Purge?
I did.
What
do you think of that? Hold on, don't tell Ross. I just want to show him.
I think the prequel to The Purge is coming out.
Prequel?
And they released the...
That's the movie where they kill people on that day.
Yeah, yes. Where none of the movies are good.
Yeah.
I saw the second one. No, I saw them both in theaters. Right?
You're the reason we're getting a prequel.
No, I saw the second one in theaters.
This is the poster for it.
It's just a white background. I mean, it's got a "Make America Great Again" hat, but it says the first Purge.
I don't think that I think the poster is specifically just to spark a reaction. I don't think there's going to be anything in the movie like that's going to connect the red hats or anything to the Trump.
I think it's just to get people to go see it.
Yeah, is anything about the movie like out yet? Do they know what the plot is?
Yeah, it's probably
just about the first Purge.
It probably has nothing to do with Trump. They just like use a red hat just as kind of like a almost like Black Mirror nod to like what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I figured from the poster like, oh, it's gonna have something to do with, I guess, the current political climate, and that's why they did that. I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see when the trailer for the movie drops. I mean, all the Purge movies are wonderful. They're very good pieces of cinema.
They're horrible.
They're
Never
great.
seen one. I don't care.
They're very
elaborate, Matt. Why are they so bad?
They're campy.
No, campy can be good though.
They're just not that. I don't know. I feel like they're too cheesy. It's just like, oh, okay.
Why does
I wish they were more cheesy.
Why do people wear masks in the Purge?
They're
we had this discussion once. Who was it with? We were like, why do they wear masks in the Purge if it's legal to kill?
Because just the ramifications of knowing
that it might have been your neighbor.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna kill them,
you don't want it to be awkward for the rest of the year, Ross.
We had this exact conversation on another podcast, I think.
Did we?
Maybe.
Or was this a conversation with someone else?
I don't remember this conversation.
Neither do I.
I had this conversation with someone. We were talking about how like that whole year, you just like see like Ted across the street, and he's like, "How's it going?" And he's just like trimming his hedges and shit. But you just know that fucker tried to kill you. You're like the whole year, you're like, "Good to see you, Ted." And then, like the year rolls around, it's like, "See you tomorrow?" Definitely. And it's like, boom, like game time.
How you doing? Oh, family's doing all right. Don't have a daughter anymore. But
yeah, you killed her last year. Oh yeah, she was great.
Oh, anyways, I'm just gonna go inside and prepare for the festivities.
Yeah, the festivities.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you taking part in the festivities?
What kind of weapon are you using this year?
I don't want to give away the magic.
Well,
Magician never reveals his tricks.
got something very good in store. It's a tank. I've got a tank.
Matt, you just came up with something. Let's
What?
all make a movie. Another Purge movie, except this one will be good, and it's about a magician trying to
Comedy.
escape the Purge. And he uses his smoke bombs, and he
That would be
and he
amazing.
disappears into
They could
hats
do-
and shit.
Okay, they could you could call it like the Erasure or something like that. But it's like a comedy about like the Purge, where it's like there's a magician on the street, there's like an escape artist magician, there's like a priest, like all these like
He has
really
a bunch of friends
cartoony
that are
characters.
like clowns and stuff. So like the clowns all like there's this group
Like
of
a
bad
Scooby-Doo
clowns
gang.
that come out of this small car, and there's like 10 of them with chainsaws
Yeah.
coming out of this small car.
But like you gotta
That's what
show,
the Purge
you
should
gotta
have
show
been.
people being nice throughout the year to each other.
Yeah.
and like build up to the Purge. It's like, see you tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. You know,
The movie should have just been. I think the movie shouldn't have taken itself so seriously as a. What's the word I'm looking for?
horror thriller.
It tried to be almost kind of like a political. I don't want to say satire because it had a message. It had this serious message that it wanted to get across. It was a very classist societies, blah 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 blah, that type of stuff. The government is bad. The government has all these rich people that have all the power, and the Purge protects them, even though it's not supposed to, because everyone has the right to kill whoever they want in the Purge. But how come the government officials are protected? Blah, 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 blah. All that bullshit. I watched all 3 Purge movies.
Wait, the government officials are protected?
Yeah, you're not allowed to kill politicians. You're not allowed to kill just, I think, government officials. And then what else?
I can't remember. They're
Celebrities.
So basically, it's a way for the rich to cull the poor.
Cull the middle and poor class, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And some of the high class people, because some people have like mansions and shit. But we're talking about like, it's
The elite.
the elite. Yes.
Isn't that like don't they? I don't remember. It's been a while, and I think I only saw the second one. But isn't that what they're like pushing towards? Like the message is that it's supposed to be like it's a way for them to kind of like seed out the like poor people and middle class and stuff.
Yeah.
They just make them all fight each other.
Because then there's that other faction that's like the poor class rising up against the government. That's like, we're going to actually try to kill the government people, even though they say not to kill them, because that's against the rules. We're going to use the Purge as a chance to use the confusion as a revolting, as a revolt.
Oh, that would be a good. Is that a movie or is
No, that's what they tried to do, except they did it horribly, and I don't feel like it fits within what the Purge, like whoever the director or writer, like nothing really gelled well. I feel like the Purge, to be successful, needed to be this exciting, bombastic, just gore-filled, just like, I don't know, the difference between fun gore and like just,
Shaun of the Dead kind of gore.
yeah,
That would've been
or
fun.
like Quentin Tarantino type of gore.
I would
just like
love
over the top violence. That would have been a fun movie. But they turned it into something stupid. What are you trying to do?
The guy who directed Shaun of the Dead, Edgar Wright.
Yeah, Edgar Wright.
If Edgar Wright did a Purge Purge concept film, right?
Yeah.
Because like Hot Fuzz was kind of like a town going crazy, right?
Yeah.
But if they did, yeah, like that concept was just like, oh, like I could totally see him having like all the best cinematography, like in the happy times, like lots of close-ups of people cutting
Yeah.
edges and like then cut.
Where it's like,
I love his directing style.
it's great
so
because
good.
he tells a lot through it. But like,
yeah, it's so good.
imagine a Purge movie directed, I guess, Edgar Wright style. But you haven't seen The Kingsman, Matt.
I love the Kingsman.
But you know
So
the
good.
part where like everybody in the cities are just going ham. I'm
yeah.
not gonna say exactly what's going on, but they're just going ham.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like the Purge should have looked.
That would have
been entertaining and fun.
the first Purge.
Yeah, but The Purge just turned out to be a movie that sucked. And then another movie came out, and it sucked. And then another movie came out, and it sucked. And now another movie's coming out, and it's going to suck as well, no matter how hard they're trying to market it.
I mean, I don't even know how much they care because it's like this is the 4th Purge movie, and the only reason they're able to make 4 is because everyone goes to see it.
Well, because they're made for like $7 or $8 million, and then they just rack up the extra millions.
That's the thing,
they
man.
get.
Like I don't think they care that much about quality. Like they hit us. There's like a point of quality that they want to hit, which is not like that high. But they're like fine with just
You can
staying
shoot
in
the
that,
whole thing
that
in
margin.
someone's street.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
well
exactly.
that's why a lot of studios that's why we get a lot of bad horror movies, because a lot of teens are going to go see these horror movies
they're
that
gonna
are
go with their
PG-13.
friends,
They're
they're
going to
gonna go
high
on
schoolers
dates.
are going to go.
Is it gonna
and
get the
it's-
girls to go? Oh,
Exactly.
And you only need to make a horror movie if you want under 10 million. You could easily make a horror movie under 10 million. And the studio's going to look at that and be like, okay, under 10 million and we're going to make fucking 60, 50 million back, or even like 30 million back. That's fine.
That's a great
That's
investment.
great.
Yeah.
horror films seem like a really good investment because they can be shit, but they can be scary. And if they're really shit and enjoyable, then it's a stoner film.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Cabin in the Woods.
I just watched Geostorm the other night.
How's Geostorm?
Was that the one with
With the satellite system?
It's
that,
the one
like,
with the
goes-
satellite
see
system
it.
that makes and it has Gerard Butler
It
from
is
300.
incredible.
It's good.
It is
It's fun.
So fucking funny. Like there, we were
Like 2012.
yes,
Dude,
but it's directed by the guy who did Independence Day.
That's the guy that did 2012.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking
no.
of The Day After Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Confuse that with Independence Day.
So I won't spoil too much because it is worth it. But at one point, I shit you not, me and Holly we just lost it laughing because there's like a computer screen and it has all these numbers, but for some reason the biggest number on screen is 420, and it's on screen for like just enough time that it's like so clearly intentional. I'm dead serious. And there's this bit at the end of the movie which where basically like two characters go in for an embrace, like two male characters going for like a hug, but the way they start the hug, it totally looks like they're about to face fuck this shit out of each other, like the most passionate kiss. And me and Holly saw the action and then the cut to like the over the shoulder, and we just looked at each other and then we started crying laughing, and we rewatched that clip like I think 17 to 20 times.
What's the difference? Like, what would happen in like Die Hard 2 if randomly in the middle of the street, as Bruce Willis is
At the
wearing that
end,
sign?
after they've won?
Oh yeah, after they won, like Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis like
Kiss.
kiss. And,
You know what I
like,
think?
make out.
I think that would be because a lot of bros would go see the film, so they'd be like this, it'd be like they'd like kind of jump.
Yeah,
and be like,
it would be
and then
very
look at each other-
startling.
Look at each other, and like because they just went with their best friend. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know, I'm cool with that. Yeah, it's like
That's
you know,
what we need,
progressive.
man.
I know we need like
That's
Bruce
how-
Willis and Samuel L. Jackson to full on
Willis wouldn't
tongue
do it.
fuck each other.
Do you remember the Expendables?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember the fucking shade thrown at Bruce Willis
Yeah.
about when he didn't want to come back or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I know.
Guys, that's how we need
and then
to.
fucking what's his face's stories about him?
What? Mel Gibson?
No, about Bruce Willis.
Isn't Mel
Fucking,
Gibson Australian?
Jane
No,
Silent
actually.
Bob.
What? James Earl Jones? Who are you talking
fucking-
about?
Bob?
No, fucking
What are you?
fucking the guy from
Sylvester Stallone. Oh, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith tells stories about Bruce Willis.
Yeah, because of Cop Out.
Yeah,
Cop Out. Sorry,
that's
Cop Out.
right.
Cup out.
Cup out. Cup out.
Oh man.
I'm wearing my Cup Out shirt.
What movies would just be drastically different if they included a homoerotic kiss scene at like the climax?
Independence Day would be great. Because when
Will
they get
Smith.
back, and like they light up the cigars, and you know Will Smith and God, I'm terrible with celebrity
They
names
just lean
today.
over and have a little kiss.
Jeff Goldblum, like just start making out, like
That would be such a fucking good movie. Like if it ended like that, I would be like, yes.
because then
You know what?
you rewatch it without without the straight, like the image of like everyone is straight, and then you watch it with like knowing that like it's a homosexual relationship the whole way through. That's what they kind of did with have you seen Legend of Korra?
No.
Yes, I've seen
Avatar.
the first season and then half of the second one, I believe.
Oh, interesting. All right. It got some low points.
It was
but
fine. It was fine. It's
Yeah.
it's not The Last Airbender,
I liked it.
but it was entertaining. And
I
fun.
definitely
It's not a
liked-
bad show.
I definitely liked The Last Airbender more, but I liked it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I thought Zelda Williams was a really good bad guy. She did a really good bad guy voice.
Zelda Williams played who?
Kavira?
Which one's that?
That's the last season.
Oh, so I wouldn't. Zelda Williams is in it. That's awesome. I didn't know she voice acted.
Oh, she's great.
Is she a
She's
voice
amazing.
actress? She's like a professional voice
Yeah,
actress.
yeah, she's really good.
Okay, I did not. I've only known her, of course, as Robin Williams' daughter. So
I think no, I haven't met her. She knows Aaron. Like Aaron and her talk occasionally. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wasn't she gonna come in the office at
She-
one point?
Yeah, I think so.
she posts some funny stuff on Twitter every now and then.
She seems nice.
Seems like a nice young girl.
Yeah.
We like your voice in the last.
Well, don't lie. You haven't even seen it. You didn't even know the character's
lying to
name. I
Zelda
knew it off the
Williams
top of
right
my
now.
head.
Look, I'll watch her. I'll watch her right now. What's their
No,
character's
Ryan,
name?
that's gonna
Kuvira.
spoil it for the viewers.
What? Spell it out.
I don't actually know. Kuvira, and then maybe Korra. I might correct it.
How did my shoe?
Oh, definitely look up. She's a metal bender.
Okay, here we go. That's not Kuvira.
Show me. I can't see. Oh yeah, that's her. She's dope.
The one with the metal shit on her?
Yeah. She's a metal bender.
That's still Korra. Come on, speak.
Speak, Zelda.
Looks like the Avatar is a little off her game.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Now we can actually critique Zelda Williams' voice.
I liked your voice, Zelda
Very nice
Williams.
voice acting.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it.
Should I? Is it worth it finishing up if I've already
Yeah, I'd
seen
say.
the
I
first
mean, if you
season
got some
and a half?
time, do it.
I mean, I binge watch shows anyway, so if
Yeah,
there's
do
nothing
it.
to watch, I should just kind of get it out of
Did
the way.
you get
I probably need to rewatch season 1 just because I've forgotten so much stuff. I
Oh,
watched
you
it like,
only saw season 1.
I only saw season 1 and then half of season 2.
Season 2, I really like. I think that's the one that has.
I watched the season with the
evil-
big bad guy and with the mask.
That's a good season. But then there's
Isn't that
another
season 1?
I think season 3. How
Or
many
did I watch
seasons
all of
are
season
there?
2? Are there 4 seasons?
No.
I don't know if I've completed season 2. All I know is I need to rewatch it because I don't remember shit
Did you
other
see
than the bowl. What?
The bald bad guy.
No, I was talking about the. It's in the first episodes of the first
Oh, okay.
season. The
good.
competition where they're the bending fights.
Yes.
which is
Okay.
fucking
All right. So
awesome.
you've seen a little bit. Yeah. If you can finish it. It's
Okay.
good.
Okay. I'm out. Yeah.
Ryan, just do it, dude. Just finish it, man.
I'm sorry.
Just fucking finish it. I'm sick of this.
You guys want any alcohol?
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Oh, rubbing alcohol.
Give me that right here.
Finally.
Like you could drink this, right? This
No.
isopropyl alcohol.
Absolutely not.
It's not gonna hurt you.
Yes, it will.
It's alcohol.
Oh yeah, Ross. I don't see
Don't.
Dr. Ross.
The alcohol challenge.
All right. I'll take a big sip of this bad boy. It's 91% alcohol. No, I'm not actually taking a sip of this. Can you
That's
drink it
actually-
though? No, I feel like you can. Like I feel like sailors used to drink this stuff because they wouldn't have alcohol on the ships, so they would drink
I
this
think rubbing alcohol is a little different.
isopropyl alcohol.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't make booze.
Do you remember? Did any of you like for a dance or like school dance or prom? You were scared that
Can
you
you
would set
close
off
that lid? It's gonna give me a
you would
headache.
set off the breathalyzers because you had mouthwash and there was that like thing going around where like if you use mouthwash as alcohol it'll set off the breathalyzers.
Wait, what?
When I went to like prom, like junior senior prom, I was always afraid it was gonna set off the breathalyzers because I wanted my breath to smell nice.
Wait,
for
there
my
were
date.
breathalyzers?
Yeah, like
What are you
I think
talking
at
about?
senior prom.
Like
Wait,
set
what?
up around the room?
What?
Oh, they were checking to see if people were drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, they
They
breathalyzed test you?
breathalyze students?
Oh,
what?
whoa.
yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Like going into a prom because it was not on school grounds and it was like in some area I can't remember where it was.
Wait,
wow.
they did not do. They did
They
not
didn't do that
do
at my prom. I actually bought a little toy breathalyzer. I wanted to. It's like a little keychain one. I was like, you know what?
This isn't helping the alcoholic jokes.
Yeah, it totally is not.
I got a little breathalyzer.
I just thought it would be fun. Just to, it's like to have it like parties. It's like, hey, look, we could see how drunk everyone is. I thought it was fun. I don't think it's
That's
I don't think it
definitely
works,
something an
though.
alcoholic would say.
No,
Look how drunk we are, everybody. Let's see who can get the drunkest. Let's make it a game.
That's not why I got it, and I am not an alcoholic.
Wait, Matt, when you blow into it and you're drunk, will it not let you get into a car or anything? Like, it'll be like, your car will not start.
Big muscular arms come out of it and they grab me and it hugs me until I'm not
Where the
drunk.
airbags come out, they come out and choke you and hold your wrist. The glass pops out of your hand.
And it pins me to the car seat until I'm sober.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes, it sticks the breathalyzer in my mouth and goes, breathe!
No, it forcibly puts a catheter inside of you and sucks the alcohol out.
Does it come through my dick? It sucks the alcohol through my dick?
Like, it'll go into your dick and up your body and then start sucking anything it wants to out. It'll only suck in alcohol.
I don't think there's any quick way. Aren't all those ways to sober up like a myth?
Yeah,
like,
the
take
only
a
way to
shower,
sober
drink
up is
coffee.
time.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's time.
or like, actually, I heard that for hangovers, like fried breakfast is pretty good.
Yeah, like greasy
the oils
food.
are good, and then apparently like hair of the dog is actually pretty good because your body goes back to breaking down.
Wait, like
that
some
substance.
quest item?
That sounds like a quick.
What
No,
hair-
hair of the
you
dog
never-
is when
yeah.
you're hungover and you drink more.
Okay, it just sounded like a quest item. You must fetch the hair of the dog.
If you want to slay the beast, you must get one hair of the dog.
That's great. What's the other one? There's hair of the dog and hair of the. What's the other thing? There's two. Okay, there's like 2 ways for hangovers. There's hair of the dog, which is drink more, and then there's something else, which is like exercise.
Hair of the Meg?
Exercise, like as in get out the
Like
demons.
from Hercules?
Yeah.
They take Meg's hair and throw it in there?
No,
and they
Meg
can't
from,
cut
Meg
it?
from Family Guy.
No.
Meg from Family
She
Guy.
knows Hercules.
Yeah, dude. No,
Why'd you have to bring up Family Guy?
I'm sorry, Ryan. I thought you liked Family Guy.
Remember that one time?
That was pretty good, Ross. You should be a professional Peter Griffin impersonator.
Well, what about my
Remember that one
Peter
time?
Griffin? I bet you I could do a better Peter.
Do it,
Dude.
Mondays, guys. Hate 'em.
You Garfield?
Hey, John.
That's Garfield,
Dude,
Ryan.
It's Peter Griffin.
Sometimes when I'm in VR chat, I'll go grab the Peter Griffin avatar and I'll just walk around and go up to people going, "Hey, remember that one time?" And just like wait for them to say something, and then just like wait, like I'm pausing for the cutaway joke.
No, what you should do is get Matt and I. I'll also be a Peter Griffin, and then you'll be another character. You'll be like, "Remember that one time?" And then Matt and I will run up and
Yeah, it's like Muhammad and like Ryan.
reenact a scene.
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Because remember they had the Muhammad joke in Family Guy.
Did they have a Muhammad joke in Family Guy?
They did, yeah.
Yeah,
When?
That's why South Park made that episode, right?
yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
What did they show Muhammad?
Yep, but they got censored.
Was it like Muhammad Ali?
No, it's
Like
Muhammad.
the Prophet
They
Muhammad.
straight up showed Muhammad.
Did you know because Muhammad Ali's star is on a wall because they can't step on the name Muhammad?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's on a wall instead of on the
So on
ground.
Hollywood Boulevard, the Muhammad Ali star is not on the ground; it's on the wall.
Yeah.
No way. Is that
Yeah.
the case for everyone named Muhammad that's on the?
I don't know how many people named Muhammad
Is
are
that
on the
true?
Hollywood
I've never
Walk of
heard
Fame.
that
Yeah,
before.
I've seen it. It's his star is like plastered on some wall somewhere, like right next to the Walk of Fame, like in this
No
little.
way.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Huh. Float like a butterfly, stick to a wall.
Ryan,
Ali.
how much money would you have to take to get into a boxing fight with Muhammad Ali?
See?
Well, he's
Oh
dead.
yeah, it really is.
Wow, that's cool. Well, he's dead, so no money. I'll
Okay,
do
no.
it. I'll beat up a corpse.
Imagine Muhammad Ali is like back from the dead and he's stronger than
Is he
ever.
zombie?
Yeah.
No money. I'm scared of zombies.
Muhammad Zombie, and he's gonna fight you.
Muhammad Zombie.
That's pretty good, right?
That's
pretty
good.
That's a good
great.
one. Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
wonderful. Muhammad Zombie.
Clapping for myself.
That
Like,
was good.
You deserve it.
Thank you, man.
You work hard.
How much money for him to kick your ass?
To kick my ass?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh man.
I don't think any because I've seen videos where people will punch someone in the face and then they'll just falling down and they're dead, but before they hit the ground.
Yeah, I mean, did Muhammad Ali kill someone? Who killed somebody like in the ring? One of those famous boxers killed someone in the ring
I just
because
want-
they punched him
What's
too
his
hard.
face? Bit off the ear.
Rocky.
Rocky.
Did Rocky kill
Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, didn't Rocky's what? Apollo Creed died in the ring because he tried too hard.
That wasn't it like it happened in wrestling too. Was it Bret Hart or
Are
whatever?
you talking about the wrestler?
Yeah. He like
We're at
fell
the end.
from the ceiling.
Well, we don't know what happened. It's ambiguous. Spoiler alert for the wrestler.
R.I.P. No, there was like I think maybe Muhammad Ali or Joe Frazier or someone. They killed someone because
Rocky
they.
Balboa killed
because they
Apollo
punched him
Creed
too hard.
during a boxing match.
It's crazy, dude. You can just get punched and die.
Yeah. It's because you also, like, if you get punched and get knocked out, your head is going right towards the concrete.
Yeah, but this is a boxing ring.
Think
It's built
about-
for bouncies.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen $1 Million Baby?
No.
Well, she
Why does the baby
falls
cost that
over.
much money?
She falls over.
Why do you love baby movies? Baby Driver, $1 Million Baby.
Boss Baby.
Yeah, what's
I
up
love
with this?
Boss Baby.
Do you have a diaper fetish?
Have you not seen $1 Million Baby?
No. Is it? What is that?
Has Clint Eastwood in it, and there's
Oh,
this
the
female
boxing
boxer.
one, and then yeah, the female. Yeah, okay, I haven't seen
She
it, but I know what
trips.
you're talking about.
Scary Movie 3 or 4 made a funny joke about it, where everybody starts tripping over and breaking their necks on stools.
That's right. I do remember that scene.
Yeah.
I
Very
don't remember
funny.
that.
Dude, you know what? I just realized how stupid boxing is when you think about it. Because your head is where, like, your head is the part of your body where
you
your
get all the
control center
ideas.
is. That's where your brain is. That
You're
controls
going to make the
everything.
same argument against boxing as you would for football for the
Yeah,
same reasoning.
You're just punching at each other's, like, control centers, essentially.
Well, I think
Control centers.
Yeah,
it is
think
your
about
control
So
center.
you're
just trying to hit the other
turn it on and
person's-
off again, man. What if there's any problems?
You don't actually control yourself. Your brain does.
Stop!
Oh
Don't
my
say
God.
that. That scares me, Ryan.
Dude, turning it on and off again is like such a fucking truth. Like just the other day, I discovered this like fucking druid technology called like.
No, whoa, hold on. Real druids or fake druids?
Well, it was more of a metaphor, but yeah, sure. So there's this.
But
thing,
to make the metaphor work, I have to know.
real druids.
Okay.
So it's like this. I didn't know these existed because I have really spotty Wi-Fi on one side of my house, and I was trying to stream in that area because that's where my VR setup is. So I was gonna get a guy in to like run Ethernet in the attic and like put it over to the other side of the house. And someone on Twitter was just like, "Oh, just get TP Link or TP whatever." And I was like, "What is that?" And apparently, it's like an electrical device that like plugs into the like a power socket mains in your house, and you run an Ethernet cable to it from your router, and it uses your electrical grid as like basically an Ethernet network. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah. So
is it safe though?
Yeah,
to use?
Yeah, totally. So like what happens is on the other side of the house, I put in another one into a mains plug on the wall, and then that turns on and connects with the other one that's connected to the Ethernet, and somehow via the electrical, I don't understand. I don't understand. If someone understands it, please explain.
Did you have to get someone to set up for you, or was it like DIY easy?
Plug in on other and the Ethernet cable on the other side to the computer, and it just fucking the speeds are perfect.
Damn, dude.
And I got it for Holly as well. The thing is,
what internet speed do you have?
Like 32 up, I think.
30 like
megabytes per second, I think.
32 megabytes per second up. Okay.
Yeah. I think like 3. No, sorry, not up. I meant down. Sorry.
Okay.
Up is 3. Sorry.
Okay.
So which is good enough.
Wait, 3 megabyte upload speed?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like 30 megabytes upload speed?
No, I think it came up as 3. Maybe it's just spotty there. I don't know. But
okay, because I was going to say.
It might be more. I don't know. But it's definitely 32 down. Anyway, so what happened was turning it on and off again. It just stopped working because unfortunately the mains the only mains I could plug it into is the same one that's connected to the light switch in my office. So when we have Letty, she cleans the office, but she also cleans my place. She comes in and she just turns it off, like thinking that's the light switch.
Oh.
and then the internet goes out, and I'm like, fuck, but I wasn't home. And then she turned it, and then Holly told her and turned it back on. Came home, it just wasn't working. So I was like, oh fuck. So I was going online, like looking at the connection. I was like, okay, I'm gonna flush the DNS. So like was running like CMD, like running all these things. I reset the computer. I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna have to figure this out before Friday because I have to stream in here. And then I got mad and I just took the thing and yanked it out and then yanked it in, and it worked immediately.
So just unplugging it, plugging it back in.
No, seriously.
Would you recommend
and on again? Like solves so many problems on the computer.
It's stupid. Stupid.
Would you recommend those devices?
Yes, 100%
for a household.
Seriously, if I'm not sponsored, if you have spotty Wi-Fi in one part of your house, you don't have to. Just look up. It's like TP Link. It'll be like a big white block.
Is it on Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's like a white block. The only thing is it's so big. If you have 2 plugs, it will cover the other one, but it has a plug on it, so you can like put a power strip connected to it.
What?
Yeah. So
sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's so useful. It's like TP Link, Power Link.
Is it these things?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so it's got an Ethernet cable at the bottom.
Capacity 600 megabytes per second.
It's fucking cool, dude. So if you got spotty Wi-Fi in your place because something's too far away, get that shit. It's fucking incredible.
Sounds amazing.
You're gonna have to teach me how to use this.
Just, you don't need to do anything. You just plug it in the wall, plug it in the other wall, and plug the Ethernet cables in, and it works.
Wait, you plug the Ethernet cables into both of them?
So one goes where your router is,
yes,
and the other one goes where the internet is spotty, and then an Ethernet cable comes from that one and runs to your computer.
Okay.
And then it's just like perfect internet.
Okay.
Look at that.
Did someone fart?
I did.
Oh,
Ryan, God damn it, dude! Stop! It's not doing the podcast.
It's time to end the podcast.
You can also get a free trial of Beachbody by texting Super to 303030. So why don't you go ahead and do that? We'll see you next week. Ryan, please end it. Come on, Ryan.
Text
please.
Super to
No.
3030.
I just said say something to end the podcast. We practiced this. Come on.
Just text Super to 303030.
No, not the brand deal.
Okay.
End the podcast with something.
Hold on. Did you know it's 83 fucking degrees outside?
Holy wow, that's hot. And thank you, Ross, for coming on the podcast. Bye.
You're welcome, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to Super Mega Cast. This is episode 80. I'm here with my boy Ryan McGee.
That's me. I'm Ryan McGee. I'm fat. I'm free, and I'm ready to record this podcast, Matt.
Oh, Ryan, you're most of those things. You're not fat though. I would not say you're fat.
Not really anymore. I mean, I still got that like extra shit here, you know.
A little, but not. But you know, that's not like.
I had. Well, it was described to me at one point in my life of having a Santa Claus stomach, but that doesn't mean I was super fat. That just means my stomach was solid round.
Hey,
and now I think it's a little more just puffy and jiggly.
It could have been like a mall Santa, you know? They're never that fat. It could have just been like a very average, you know?
Yeah.
To take it like that, you know?
I guess you could say I'm getting in better shape. All the better to look in my underwear for, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, Ryan, with MeUndies.
You want to look good in your underwear and be comfortable, right?
Yes.
But that perfect balance is hard to find. Don't sacrifice style or comfort. Check out MeUndies.com and find the best pair of underwear in the world.
Fellas, you want some nice undies, don't you? You want to impress the ladies with those undies?
Oh, well, you could use some MeUndies. How do these look?
Those are super mega.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. That works.
Yeah.
But hope everyone is doing excellent whenever you're listening to this. I'm doing pretty good. I just got back from the land of the rising sun, as they call it. I went. Give me a high five for that one. Yeah, I went to Japan. Visited.
Oh!
I can't tell if that's racist or not.
I don't know. I'm sure it's
Probably.
like it's well in this state it's acceptable racism, but in 5 years it'll be unacceptable.
They'll
racism.
listen back to this podcast and be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, like I'm gonna be running for president. Someone's gonna cut that clip.
Oh, I guarantee there's a lot worse on this channel they're gonna cut than that clip.
Donald Trump Jr. is gonna fuck me over in my 2020 election.
When you guys are running against each other?
Yeah.
It's Donald Trump Jr. versus Ryan McGee.
Yeah, versus Ryan.
Man, I would kill to see that race.
You're gonna be my VP, dude.
Oh shit, I'm gonna be part of that race.
I mean, if you want, the offer's on the table.
Okay, well, I'll keep that book open. I'll be thinking about that.
I'm sure Philly D's gonna get us, give us some trouble.
Oh yeah,
in the primaries.
In the primaries, but we're gonna take him out real quick.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be the number one nominee for the
presidency,
the Green Party.
The Green Party.
I don't know, the party that only gets like 3 votes.
The
like 2 or 3%
party.
Yeah,
we'll start our own party, man. If our political parties are stupid, let's just make our own. We don't have to conform to one that already exists.
Can we just name it the Terrorist Party and see if anyone just bats an eye?
We just named it that as a joke. We're not actually terrorists.
We're terrorizing our current law. Because it's gonna be better. We're gonna terrorize America for the better.
Absolutely, that's our catchphrase: terrorizing America for the better. But yeah, I was visiting my lovely GF, who is the sweetest. She let me get this out of the way for all you meme lords out there that love to call me Matt Weeaboo Watson. Let me just get ahead of this bullet. She's not Japanese. She is Australian. But she's studying abroad in Japan, so I figured, hey, I might as well go visit her.
But she does like Japanese culture, much like you.
Yeah, she was studying abroad in Japan. She's from Australia, but I had a very wonderful, lovely time. Did lots of fun stuff. Trip I will never forget. I'm getting a phone call. Who's calling me?
Who's calling?
Who could be calling? It's from Los Angeles. Ryan, I'm going to answer this live on the podcast.
Speaker, do it.
Hello? Anybody there? Nah, and they hung up. Okay, cool.
Now you're going to get like 10 calls back. They're all going to be little kids going, is this Matt Watson?
And I'm going to say,
I shouldn't have answered my phone when I didn't know who it was. I should have just let that number leave a message.
Shit, yeah. Well, but because I was scared it was like a doctor's office thing because I've had some issues with my health insurance, so I have a bunch of doctors.
Matt, I don't care about how unhealthy or healthy you are, dude. Okay?
I'm sorry, man.
I want to hear more about your trip in Japan.
Okay, dude. Yeah, I had so much fun. I did all sorts of stuff. One of my favorite things was I went to this place called Fuji-Q Highland, which is an amusement park right at the base of Mount Fuji. It was my first time seeing Mount Fuji like up close, and I was like blown away because it's so big. I did not expect it to be like, you see pictures and stuff, and it looks big, but then when you see it in real life, you're like, oh my god. That is a massive mountain, and I've never seen a mountain that big. I was kind of blown away. It's so wide; it just goes on forever.
That's one big hill.
That's exactly what it was. It was just one big hill.
So you went on. Do you know what's the name of the roller coaster that does that steep incline?
Oh man, I don't remember the names, but I went on a bunch of world record breaking roller coasters. This park just wanted to break a bunch of records, so they had like steepest drop, highest point, I think fastest. I don't know what it is in miles per hour.
Miles per hour. From Sonic?
Dude, high five on that one. It's good Sonic reference.
Thanks.
I'm loving it, man.
McDonald's?
But in kilometers per hour, it went from 0 to 100. What?
McDonald's. I'm loving it. You said I'm loving it. Nice.
Okay, another great reference, man.
Okay. Sweet,
Nice.
Sweet.
I don't know what it is in miles per hour, but it went from 0 to 130 kilometers per hour in
real quick.
2 seconds. Like it. I have never been.
Matt.
What?
It went what? 0 to
130 kilometers.
Real quick.
What's that a reference
It's
to?
a song. Go 0 to 100 real quick.
Well, I don't know that song, Ryan.
Go on with your story, man. Fucking moron.
I'm really trying to shoot these references in here.
Yeah, Ryan, I get the references.
Whatever, dude.
What are you, Family Guy over here? Throwing references every 2 seconds?
Could you imagine if our podcast was nothing but... It reminded me of that one Uber drive, Matt. And then we'd actually construct an audio play-by-play. Like, put in the car Foley.
Some
and all
audio
of that.
gag.
Yeah, just every time.
That'd be miserable.
I would actually not mind doing that one time.
Yeah, like once. That's not something I can maintain for an entire podcast series.
But not now. Not today. Not in this podcast, baby.
But yeah, I've been on roller coasters that, like, you sit still and then it launches you really fast. This was like a whole nother realm. My vision went white when it launched because you go so fast. I've never been on something that fast. It was insane. And then I went on one where the drop goes straight down and then it goes at like a negative degree because it's so steep.
I would say it goes
inward.
about 10 degrees inward.
It goes more than 10 degrees. I think it's like 30-something degrees inwards.
Okay.
It was insane. And it like holds you at the top right before it drops you, so it just teases you.
So it's like a combined drop zone roller coaster.
Yeah,
which is perfect.
It was so much fun.
I hate drop zones, but I love roller coasters. So this seems like the perfect median.
Do you like drops?
I love drops.
I love drops too. Drops are my favorite. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the mega drop because that one is just a straight up like that makes my tummy a little upset.
Well, I like straight down's fine, but I like roller coasters that actually have the slant.
Yeah,
it's not like a straight dip down.
Because you get something out of the drop.
Yeah, I think my favorite type of roller coaster is the kind where your feet are dangling.
Oh, I went on one of those and it was terrifying.
Like Top Gun and Carowinds.
Yeah.
Like
exactly. This one, I went on one where it's like, your feet were dangling with the roller coaster with however the G-force was moving.
Wait a second, it was like a teacup ride but a roller coaster?
Kind of, yeah. Like you're in a chair and like your feet are hanging and you can just spin like back and forth and stuff. So like if it does a loop, like you're gonna spin around based on like the G-force of the ride. And when you do the first drop, you go backwards, and then as you're doing the first drop, you flip around, so you're facing like straight down, and you just go, oh, it was terrifying, and you're super high up. It was so much fun though. Those rides were, I almost want to say like the safety regulations on those are a little different from America because they just felt almost, some of them were like too intense. I've never been on rides that intense, and I was like, I feel like this would not be, like they would have a lot more precautions in America because before going on them, they had like screens that would say a million warnings, and some of them were like, you may hurt your neck on this ride. You may, and I was like, oh wow.
Little warning signs. I was walking by a building, and they had this placard, and it said, "We have to warn you." It was like one of those California cancer things, except it was talking about just people might smoke around the building, cars are driving past. They're talking about just emissions from cars and stuff. It's like, please don't sue us because you get cancer from car emissions. I don't know what it is.
Seriously, like I don't know. There was some lawsuit. Proposition 60. That's my Tamagotchi beeping in my pocket. Please ignore that. He might be dying, but that's okay. I think
even though you did promise,
I did.
You promised Julie that you'd keep it alive.
Promised my girlfriend I'd keep it alive. So if it's dying, I'm sorry. Proposition 60. I know that because I've read those signs so much that just stuck out to me.
They're like at every drive-through.
Yeah, and
they're
that's
almost
like,
at every building.
Yeah, like every building in California or something. There's gonna be a sign that's like
sushi restaurant because the seaweed causes cancer. Everything causes cancer in California,
specifically in California,
which I have no doubt because cancer kills a lot of people. So,
oh yeah,
I mean, I guess everything's giving us cancer.
I mean, those signs aren't hurting anyone. If anything, it's just being like, hey, you could get cancer from this. It's not. If anything, it just puts a damper on my day because I'll be trying to enjoy sushi or like I'll be at like the McDonald's drive-thru and it's like you can get cancer.
Could you imagine just like someone whose family member or like friend recently died of cancer and they have to drive by, like they're going to the drive-thru, it's like, oh, I just need something to eat. It's late at night. They're not getting much sleep. They're like
on the way back from the hospital.
Yeah. They're just I'm gonna go through McDonald's, and then they look at a sign. This might give you cancer. They go back to their apartment like complex, go into like the garage. There's a little placard right where they park. The garage metal might give you cancer. They go into the elevator. There's a placard in the elevator.
This elevator might give you cancer.
He presses the button. Warning, this elevator has certain chemicals that can cause cancer.
Only in the state of California.
Only
though.
in the state of
California.
It always says, in the state of California.
It's a California thing because I don't see these anywhere else in my whole life except California. In fact, I've seen them outside of California on objects. Like I used to have this paint set when I was a kid, and on the paint tubes it would say like, known in the state of California to cause cancer.
It's like when God was making the earth, he was like molding it. I picture God making Earth like a kid playing with Play-Doh. And he accidentally just spilled a little cancer onto the Play-Doh, but he already molded California. And California already looked so beautiful. It had like desert, forest, it had everything. He's like, I don't want to restart. I have to go work on Africa now. My next big project.
California 2.0, Africa.
Well, Africa is where we originated, right?
Yeah.
So that's where he got his business from.
He started it there, and then he expanded his market outwards. That's crazy that people just like we started in one area, and then somehow people just walked to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, whoa, now people are over here. I recommend watching Bill Wirt's video, History of the Entire World, I guess. If you want to learn about the history of the entire world, I guess. It's really, really good. You've seen that one, right? It's like that 20-minute video.
Yes. I've only seen it once. I've seen the Japan one like twice, though.
I think that I've watched History of the Entire World, I guess, like 5 or 6 times now.
Yeah.
It's so entertaining. I love Bill Wirtz. He is probably my favorite creator on YouTube, if I had to say.
Yeah.
I love his jingles. They make me feel so good. Sometimes I'm feeling down, I'll put on his music, and I'll feel up.
He has some nice jingles to work to.
He has
and
some
stuff.
nice songs, man. They make no sense, but they're so good. They're so uplifting.
Okay.
I love him. I love the man. Come on our podcast, Bill.
Oh, This is just like from our live show and every other stand-up comedian for their first set. So I had the weirdest Uber drive the other day. By other day, I mean last night. But other day in reference to when this podcast is coming out.
Okay.
So I order an Uber and I get in. It's this just probably 40-something-year-old Asian dad type of dude. And I'm like, he's like, Ryan? Yes. Okay. He's like, is it racist if I do his accent?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, how?
You're like, okay.
That's fine.
Okay. He's like, Ryan? I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, brother. Okay, brother. I got you. I'm like, okay. It's like, it was weird. He was so like blatant about it. And all of a sudden, I was listening to the song and I unfortunately didn't Shazam it or anything.
That's the worst, man.
But it sounded, at first I just accepted it was like some sort of 50 Cent song because it sounded like a rap song that 50 Cent would do, with those guys like,
It's got those 808s and
that type of shit, and it sounded like a 50 Cent thing, but then I couldn't understand anything that the guy was saying, and I'm like, is this English or am I being racist? And I think it turned out to not be English. My theory is that he was listening to some like Asian 50 Cent rap type song, and every time like he would talk to me, he'd always end it with, okay, brother, you got it, brother. I'm like, okay, dude, I got you, brother. It's almost like we had been stationed together in Afghanistan, and he had my back 100% after our long tour.
I think that Ryan, I think that you give off such a personable vibe.
Yeah.
He saw you and he's like, this guy is so fucking cool. Like, well, it's probably because you were wearing your do-rag and everything.
Yeah, I was wearing my do-rag.
What's up, brother?
And my dollar chains and everything. I have chains that have $1 attached to them.
Not the dollar sign,
No.
actual $1 bill,
Yeah.
like stapled to the end of the chain, just like with a little hole puncher. I like that, Ryan. That's got to be your look this year. Like, get rid of the hat you're wearing now. Get the do-rag. I love do-rags, man. Like the little tight ones that just look like panty stockings.
Where they tie a little bun up at the top and then it like goes down on the back like hair and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a fabric mullet.
Yeah, it's like fabric hair.
Yeah.
How about okay? Come on, hear me out, Ryan.
Okay.
I think
I'm
we'd
listening.
really make a name for ourselves if from now on, in our branding, in our channel, in real life, we're always wearing do-rags. Always.
I think we could pull it off.
I think that would be a good look for us.
Well, I
And
was thinking in like male videos. I want to start dressing up and shit. Like
we
I
should
want
just wear do-rags in the next one.
not like look good, but like I was thinking one time we'd like slick our hair back.
Yeah.
And like wear kind of like try to look like a review bra
Dude,
a little
review
bit.
bra.
And then I was thinking we could just do one time in nothing but MeUndies underwear.
Absolutely. I would love to do that if MeUndies wants to. Throw us a few extra free pairs.
But before getting the underwear, I'd of course go to MeUndies.com/supermega.
Oh, absolutely. And get 20% off my first free pair.
Yeah, I mean 20% off of underwear. I mean 20% off of anything is a big chunk of.
That's a big
money
chunk of
taken away.
cash. Put that in your pocket. Buy some penny candy.
You know, it's 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Or
so
your
I
money
mean,
back.
yeah, they'll give you your money back. I mean, my money back if I were to do this. But yeah, so
do-rags, man.
Yeah.
I think we would look fantastic.
MeUndies should do do-rags.
Oh my God, MeUndies! You listening to us right now? You got to do the do-rags. You have to make those.
A super special edition, super mega do-rag.
You know that would sell. Come on, MeUndies. What are you waiting for?
Or we'll just have to do it and steal the business, MeUndies.
We should start making do-rags.
Do-rag
like that should be
business?
our next merch. Which we
Yeah.
do, by the way, have more merch on the way. Took a little break after Christmas, but soon coming up in this year, we will have a lot of new merch coming out, a lot of new fun stuff. We have some cool ideas, like never before. So go ahead and start.
Like never before.
You've never seen merch like this, folks. This is the greatest merch you've ever seen. It's tremendous. Start going in your parents' purse now. Steal $1, $2 a day. Don't let your parents know, but in due time, when our merch drops, you will have enough money to buy it. So please do that. That's how we keep the lights on at our apartment. That's my Tamagotchi. He's dying, dude.
Check on him.
My Tamagotchi's.
Yeah,
he's sick.
Oh, he's
Shit.
sick. Do you have to take him to the doctor?
I'm giving him
Do
medicine
we need
right
to take
now.
a break?
No. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Help!
I set up VR.
Dude, you set up
recently.
VR?
Yeah, I set up VR. I got an Oculus Rift finally. I only have a desk set up, and my desk setup is super limited, so I can't really move around too much, but I can still walk around and look around and shit. And I have to say, just because it's out there, I had to see what it was all about.
You gotta just you gotta see what it's about.
Yeah. So there's porn VR, and
Let's talk about VR porn.
that is going. It scares me, not because of the reason that it scared you,
Because
because
it's
you
a
felt
woman?
like you were a 10-inch tall man, but it scared me because of just. This sounds like I'm advertising for VR porn. The quality was ridiculous, as in this. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, she's actually right there in front of me. But the one thing that threw me off was the giant erect penis right in front of my face constantly. I mean, she'd bop it around and play with it sometimes. I almost wish I wish you could get this sensor for the Oculus Rift where it would be a dick, like a dildo that you just right on the desk. And so you'd see the guy's penis and then you could like bat it around in VR. And the girl
But that would just be VR. You playing with a penis.
that should be a VR game. Why hasn't anyone made that? It would it would be $5, and all you do is you sit right there, and you can go in different situations. You can buy a harness to attach it to yourself.
You
and
can
go around.
it's suction, so you can stick it on a wall if you want, and like dum, dum, dum.
You can like go around in different environments. You can go around like Times Square or
You can scare people with it.
or Snow White's cabin with the 7 dwarves, and just kind of like wiggle a real like VR penis around. You could like go down and grab the penis at all times, and it would move as. I'm getting off subject.
That's what they'll advertise it as. Its greatest feature. You can grab the penis at all times.
Please grab the penis at all times.
Dude, no. The first time I tried, I watched VR porn at Ross's house because Ross has a VR.
We all
setup.
just lined up with your helmets on. Him, Holly, and you.
We all tried it. We were like, let's. I mean, Ross had a large collection of VR porn on his computer, so we're like, let's try it out. So I was terrified, not because because when you put it on, sometimes it feels like you're 10 inches tall and the woman is like 100 feet tall.
Yeah.
I wasn't scared for that reason. I was more scared because I'm terrified of physical, intimate contact with a female human.
Oh, of course.
But it was pretty. I was like, whoa, this changes the game.
This changes everything.
This changes everything.
And what I mean by that is, within 10 years, this is just going to be the way people watch porn.
Yeah.
Because VR headsets right now, they're expensive. You have to dip into your checking account a little bit. But at some point, when VR, a system is just kind of like everybody,
mainstream,
mainstream.
It's
everybody
becoming more
has-
mainstream.
It is definitely way more mainstream, but I still think that you people have a computer, they have a PS4, they have an Xbox. It's like, is this VR worth it? Because people don't have it registered that a VR is a totally different experience. So they're going, do I want this? Do I want to buy this $400 or $300 accessory? But you're paying for the whole fucking deal.
It really is a different experience.
yeah.
I love VR. VR is so cool. Damn it.
One of my favorite games that I downloaded is called Gorn.
Gorn?
It's just a gladiator thing where you go and you bash a bunch of muscular dudes like faces in and their torsos with just big. It's just a gladiator battle.
And you have the penis accessory.
But it's like super cartoony. And
I want to play some VR. We should do some VR videos on.
Whenever I want to abuse Lego, I just play Gorn.
And you just go. Pop.
Yeah.
Feels so real. Feels like I'm really beating someone. And I take off my VR headset and I actually beat my dog to death.
For those just wondering, I do not abuse my dog, and if you abuse animals, go fuck yourself.
I'm so mad. One of the main things I want to do in Tokyo, which I just remembered I didn't do until right now, was there's like a VR arcade.
Mario Kart. I know exactly what you're about to say.
It's the VR.
My heart
arcade.
sunk because I'm like, oh, you didn't get to do it.
I forgot. Shit.
You grab a turtle and throw it.
Yeah.
You're driving and shit.
It's a really cool VR arcade, and there's actually a lot of VR arcades around. I saw several of them, and every time I saw it, I was like, oh, well, we'll do that later. And then I just never got around to it. Even at the amusement park I went to, they had a whole VR section. Like, VR's getting big, man. You can get it cheap now with, like, Google Cardboard. You can use your phone. Super cool. Oh, man, Ryan. It's the Winter Olympics right now in Pyeongchang.
Caught me drinking.
Yeah, you're taking a sip of that water. It's trying to catch you off guard, man.
Remember that, when was that? Was that when we were in high school? The whole Bay caught me slipping.
Oh yeah.
Was that when we were in high school?
That's
when
old,
that was
man.
A thing?
That
or
is
was that
super
middle
old.
school?
I think that was
can't
middle
remember.
school.
Okay.
Back in those early meme days.
I can't remember if that was like early high school for me, and then middle school for you, or like late high school.
No, that was. I think that was like late middle school for me.
Okay.
They caught me slipping.
Yep.
Classic meme, man. The thing is, like, memes back then, you always remembered them. I don't think people are gonna remember memes these days, except for like the big ones.
Do you remember the like? It wasn't even a good one. It just became a big thing. It was the kid next to Justin Timberlake at the Super Bowl halftime show. He's like on his phone and looking confused and shit.
I saw it, but I didn't keep up.
It didn't register with me, and like I saw a bunch of people posting it, but I'm like, that's not gonna go down. No one's like, are people really gonna go, dude? You remember that old meme? Oh my god.
He was on some like talk show because of it and stuff.
Oh, I'm sure it was Ellen.
It was probably Ellen, yeah.
Even though it may not have been Ellen, Ellen usually is the first one to jump on the whole like, what's the latest
she'll
thing.
She'll snatch him up. You know, she got the damn Daniel kid. She snatched.
That was my Ellen impression.
Oh man, I think I
show today.
I wish she spoke
Today
like
I will
that.
dance in cool sneakers.
She has like black spirits like coming out of her mouth.
I thought you were gonna say she has like, okay, black spirits. Then like was it an animated movie or no? Just like in a. Did you ever see Batman Forever or like one of the Tim Burton Batman movies?
Mm-mm.
There's Danny DeVito plays the Penguin, and whenever he talks, like black tar like slowly like starts seeping out of his mouth. That happened with Ellen during your show.
I feel like if that happened, our audience would still be like, "Oh yes!" It's like spraying in the audience on everybody.
Yeah. Everyone's like, "Woo!"
Like the front row is like the splash zone. Yeah.
It's like SeaWorld.
They have to wear like little like tarps and stuff. My I think I told this story, but my aunt went to go see Ellen, and you know, like every show, you know, they give out like something awesome, like
not like Oprah though.
Yeah, but like sometimes they've given out like really really nice like vacation stuff. My aunt went. She's like, what are we gonna get? And it was just like pie,
or like a little pot pie.
It was just like it's just like a little pie, and it was like, I mean, I can't complain about pie.
It's free.
It's free pie, but
yeah,
you know, when you're expecting possibly like a Hawaiian vacation, you know, pie doesn't.
There's no way they're gonna. Is Ellen like an everyday show or a weekly show?
I think Ellen's every day. I want to. I don't know. I would love to go on Ellen.
Thing?
Yeah, Ellen still does it, dude. Ellen's still kicking.
Damn.
Can you imagine being like a daily show host where you gotta put that face on. You gotta do that every single day.
I think that would kill me.
How is there enough content for a 30-minute show every day?
I don't know. I mean, you and I'm not gonna say you and I kind of do that, but like just thinking of what we do now.
Yeah.
And then translating that into not a live show, but a pre-recorded just thing in front of a studio audience where you have to get into character, blah blah blah. Because they film them about what 6 or so hours before they actually go live, or is it like 4 hours or something?
It's not even. I think it's like 2 or 3.
Okay,
like it's really soon before it goes live.
Because they chop it up.
I mean, there's like no room for error when you're doing that. Like you gotta get on, you gotta do it, and if you fuck up, it's like, ooh.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of I don't watch talk show. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of stopped watching talk shows because they all talk about Trump, and I'm not saying like, oh, they're disrespecting my president, my smart president. Donald Trump is so smart. But I'm not like that. It's just I don't know. It's kind of like hearing the same joke again and again. And I miss the times where it was kind of like a weekly wrap-up almost, where they did focus on a lot of other things.
But now it's just only Trump.
Well, because I think, here's the weird thing with Trump, and I'm sorry for getting political. Feel free to cut this out. Whatever. I don't care. But it's in this weird spot where, you know, you don't want to hear about Trump, but then I'm also like, well, if I don't hear about it, then is it just becoming white?
What's playing?
Shut up, Joe Rogan. This is our podcast. Little Joe Rogan was in my pocket. Sorry. He just started talking. Yeah, I had to shut him up. But it's just like, because there's that weird point where there's a lot of crazy things going on with this White House.
Yeah.
And you want to stay up to date with it just because you don't want it to become the usual, because then that's when it becomes scary, I guess. You don't want it to be
you don't want to like tune it out and then like let it become the new norm.
Yeah. Because I'm mainly just kind of afraid because I know politics has always been show business, but this is just getting into that weird territory of you'll soon only get mascots and entertainers and just kind of like popular celebs and shit. That's what I'm scared about. I'm scared about politics. Like, I know politics is like this sore subject, and like a lot of the times in government it's not really taken seriously, and like a lot of government people don't take their job all too seriously type of thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a, fuck you, get mine type of deal.
Yeah.
With a lot of them. But I think when you mix that with vanity, it's just a scary prospect for what our government could, what it opens up our government
and
to
that's
be.
like what it is right now.
Yeah.
And you don't want to play into it because you don't want to like support that.
I mean, it's good. It's good TV. Well, it's not even about supporting it. It's like, what if I think I'm afraid of becoming desensitized. So then that becomes like super normal. Yeah, and then that allows for the next step to happen, because companies even do that when they market something. If they market something too strong, they pull back a little bit, and then they slowly work it back in.
Yeah.
So
no, I totally understand that. But it's just something like I'm so fascinated by the current like state of like American politics. I can't stop watching it.
Well, it's super interesting because of
it's crazy
the polls that have been set up on either side.
Yeah, it's like I cannot pull my face away from the screen with this stuff. It's like
you're like rubbernecking politics.
I am causing a little traffic jam over here. But I'd like to give an update.
Okay, on Trump?
No, not on Trump. No, on something actually cool. My Tamagotchi. While we were away in our company meeting, which happened in the middle of this podcast,
came out as a homosexual.
That did not. No. My Tamagotchi evolved into a really ugly, fat. Look at it, Ryan. Look, he's got big lips and a little hairstyle. Look at him.
It's like a little. It's like an egg with legs and a duck beak. It's like an egg that's cracking.
Yeah.
It's like a cool design where it's like the beak's out of the egg and looks like a little chick breaking out of an egg.
Yeah, he's got big ass lips. He's got a funny little hairstyle that's like kind of slicked back on his head. He's swinging his hips, man.
Wait a second. Yeah, of course. I was like, it's like a pocket monster. Wait a second.
It's an egg, dude.
Yeah.
You know what Tamago means in Tamagotchi? Tamago means egg.
You just said it, so yeah.
Yeah, there you go, man.
It clued me into that. It's kind of like, football's a good sport. You know what's a good sport, Matt? Football. Let me tell you, just tossing the old pig skin around.
Why is it called a pig? Oh, because it's made. Stupid question. Never mind. I answered it as
they skin a pig before every game.
That's just the football's not even made out of pig skin. It's just that's the name because they skin a live pig.
Yeah,
it's just for tradition, man. You can't break tradition.
I was gonna say then they staple it onto the ball.
The entire skin of the pig.
Yeah.
So it's just like a hanging, flopping like. They throw it and it's like flailing behind in the wind. That's disgusting. What was that movie? Remember that movie that came out ages ago about like football from the 1920s or something?
Did it have Mark Wahlberg in it and he was trying out for a team?
I don't remember.
No, that wasn't
Rubberheads? What was it called?
Rubberheads.
Leatherheads?
Leatherheads?
Was there a movie called Leatherheads? And it was really unmemorable, really forgettable.
I'm gonna look it up. I remember that being kind of like when I was young, and I think I went to go see it with my dad. I went to go see some football Mark Wahlberg movie.
Okay.
Leatherheads, 2008. George
George Clooney. I think
Yeah,
George Clooney was in
yeah.
it.
Okay, yeah. So this was another one, dude. John Krasinski.
What?
Whoa. What am I thinking of? I'm gonna look up Mark Wahlberg and find out.
I'm thinking of Radio. Did you
You
ever see
played Radio? Dude, I've seen Radio like 5 times.
Really?
It's a good movie.
I saw part of it. You know what I watched recently when I was in Japan?
Sad as shit, dude.
I watched some classics while I was in Japan, Ryan. You guys ready? Listeners, you ready for these classics I watched while I was in Japan? I watched Kangaroo Jack and I watched Spy Kids 2. I watched both of those in Japan.
Spy Kids 2 is the best Spy Kids in my opinion.
I have to agree. I think it is the best Spy Kids. That's why I watched it.
And Kangaroo Jack will always be a classic. But your Julie, your GF,
Julie,
she's like, it's just so it's like an American's look into like a stereotypical American point of view of what Australia's like, and it's like exactly that's what makes it so
yeah,
garbage
that's why it's so
and funny.
fun. It's a okay, Kangaroo
Because you
Jack.
see it and you're like, that's not what Australia's really like. Because like, it's like watching The Crocodile Hunter and expecting everyone from Australia to be like him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh crikey!
Yeah, so I watched Kangaroo. So my GF is she's from Australia and she's never seen Kangaroo Jack. So I was like, we have to watch this. So I made her watch it, and she was she didn't dislike it, but she was slightly underwhelmed, I could say. And I was like, why did you not love it? It was
Why did you not love it?
like I love Kangaroo Jack.
Me too.
I
It's
love
such
it so much.
Like, here's the thing. I think for me, nowadays, I could honestly just skip the first half and just watch when they get into
honestly,
Australia.
yeah. Like the stuff in Brooklyn, that's it's all right. But as soon as they get on that plane to Australia, I'm having, dude, it's laughs all around. Like I can't get enough of it.
It's a laugh factory.
It really is.
But the movie that I was talking about with Mark Wahlberg is called Invincible. It's it's based on the story of Vince Papale.
Invincible. I love that.
Papale?
Papale?
I don't know. A 30-year-old bartender from South Philly who overcame long odds to play the NFL's Philadelphia Eagles in 1976.
That's inspirational, man. Dude, sports stories have never been inspirational to me. Maybe it's just because I just don't like sports. But like when it's like, he overcame all odds to join the team. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't like sports. Well, I don't like sports in general.
I
don't
either,
like
man.
sports movies. I mean, I wish I had someone to throw a ball around with, like a baseball, because I like playing catch and shit. But I don't like getting with my bros and doing a pickup game of basketball or football. Or
I don't either, man, because I always lose.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds lame. It's like, oh, you sound like a sore loser. It's like, I just don't like those sports because A, I'm not good at them, and B, I always lose. So it's like, plus everyone, whenever I play with someone, they're always better than me. So I just kind of get embarrassed the whole time I play. So I don't really enjoy it. I'm like, oh, I look dumb right now.
I remember I used to play with just like, little pickup fun game with my stepdad and my 2 stepbrothers. And then I think like some people from the neighborhood, and my stepdad would be like, okay, so what you're gonna, he'd pull out his hand and he'd start drawing like, okay, you're gonna go like this way, you're gonna go take a right, he'd like come up with plays and shit.
Same, and I'd just be like, what I don't know what any of this means.
I'd just be like, just tell me to go straight and try to catch the ball.
Yeah, I have no idea,
and
especially like
all the while praying that he would never throw it to me.
Oh, same. Every time I was playing like a sports game, I'm like, don't throw it to me, don't throw it to me. And when they throw it to me, I'd be like, shit, which way do I run?
Matt,
what? Oh, Jesus Christ! Speaking of sports, Ryan,
jorts, are they in?
Not yet.
Okay.
Later in 2018, they will be.
I really like jorts, but anyways, go on.
Let's bring them back. Like, wait, you're talking about jorts that like go to your knees, or like jorts that are like mid thigh?
Right here.
I like mid thigh.
I think
jorts,
mid thigh
man.
would look better, dude. I wore jorts when I picked up Lego for the first time to get them. I have a picture of
yeah.
me
There's that picture of you with Lego and
with
you're wearing
my
jorts.
Assassin's Creed hat and my jorts.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with jorts.
No, I love jorts. They're comfortable.
When I think of jorts, I think of like upper thigh jorts, like jorts that stop like at your upper thighs.
But we weren't talking about jorts.
We're
You were
talking
about to talk about sports.
I was going to talk about Pyeongchang.
Pyeongchang.
The Winter Olympics are going on right now at the time of this podcast coming out. I watched a little bit of it.
Chloe Kim's fucking badass.
I watched that live when she won the gold. That was
98.25.
That was insane. And the girl, like a couple of people before her, got a 14. It was another American girl, and she like went and she went out and she like messed up the first jump, and she just gave up. She just like went the rest of the way down without even trying. And I was like, oh, you gotta at least try.
No, because for them it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
You can't just try, because then you're just trying for a lower score, and they're out to win the medals and shit. So I can see it, because I'm pretty competitive, I guess, when it comes to video games sometimes, but I could not imagine the world of
Olympics,
of just being an Olympic athlete at whatever age you are. Just the competitiveness that you have to have, the drive that you have to have to be able to succeed, because it's like, it's kind of like, my thing is like, not just anyone can go become a doctor. You have to actually kind of want it, I guess. You have to put in a lot of fucking work. Not like if you just go and like, I want to be rich and become a doctor. I guess some people can do that, but most of the people kind of just quit during that whole process, because it's a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of work. And I feel like that I can link that with just the athletes, because it's just like, you know, a lot of people can try to become an Olympic athlete, but only so few actually have the drive to complete what needs to be done to actually achieve any sort of medals or anything.
Yeah. And like, it's also the nerves, because like the whole world is watching.
Yep.
You know, you have so much on the line, and I can only like, it's gotta be so crushing to like mess up during the Olympics, because it's like, fuck, it's like my one chance, and I blew it, and like I don't know if I'll get this chance again. But I mean, still, just even getting to the Olympics is such like an achievement in itself.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's like,
Well, that's another thing, because getting there is really awesome. But another thing that I just kind of thought of the pressure is like, you're representing your country.
oh yeah, you're
Like-
representing your like whole nation.
So that's a lot of weight on your shoulders. Even though like when I watch someone snow, I'm not like, they better be representing our country right. You know, that type of thing. You know how Russia is super just kind of like, you know how Russia is with the Olympics?
Yeah.
Well, not right now.
Yeah,
But-
the band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't. They were going to be let back in, and then I think a judge like was like, nope.
Have you watched the Icarus documentary on Netflix?
Is that about the doping stuff?
Mhm.
No, I haven't seen it.
So good. It
I
is a
heard about it, though.
really good documentary. I think you'd really like. You like documentaries. And
I love
shit like that.
documentaries. They had
Um,
state-sponsored doping though. That's like a huge deal.
Watch the fucking documentary.
Like-
It's so interesting. It
Russia-
starts off as something like super simple, and then it just expands into this big arching story filled with a lot of things dealing with Russia. I don't want to spoil too much.
Dude, Russia, like, I'm not talking about the country, but I'm talking about at least the government. They are sneaky, dude. They,
Yeah, they're
they
sneaky.
sneak into
They're sneaky
everything.
little
They hack
bastards.
elections. They sponsor state doping. It's like crazy.
Look, but hey, they're doing their own thing. Each country's doing their own thing. That's just Russia's thing. Our thing is currently just being laughed at, I guess, by
Yeah.
other countries.
That's our thing. Big circus.
I'm not, because
It's goofy, man. It's goofy. You can't deny that it's fucking goofy.
Trump's funny,
He's a
but
funny
not
man.
like intentionally funny.
Not
like
funny.
He's trying, like it's like that. Try to be funny, but then you laugh at the attempt to try to, you know, that type of thing.
It's like it's not a good laugh where it's like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
oh no.
It's like when you watch one of our Let's Plays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know about you, but when I watch, like, I love watching the Olympics. But it stresses me out so much. I mean, that's part of the reason I like it, because like you're what?
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said you're gay. I was
No,
like,
no.
Because I watch the Olympics, Ryan. Because it's only some sports that stress me out, like snowboarding, gymnastics, diving. It's the ones where you have to be perfect, and there's like so much on the line. Because it's like, like ice skating, because it's so easy to mess up and fall. So
Yeah.
you're watching, you're just like, ugh, you're just so tense the whole time, and I think it's really fun to watch. It's just, it's so tense.
Do you like the winter or summer more?
I think I like the Summer Olympics more.
Okay.
Just because I like the diving and I like the gymnastics.
Okay.
And something else I like. I don't know. I think they're both pretty cool. Winter Olympics are pretty rad. I like watching the. I don't know what it is, but it's like you go down the slope on the skis and you're like on the track, and then you jump and you basically fly down a mountain.
I know. I was watching them, and like, it's the first time I really ever kind of really watched it, because when I was younger, as I said, I wasn't interested in sports. I
just in the
wasn't interested in the
background on
Olympics.
TV.
Yeah, my parents would have it on in the background. I just do my own thing. And it was my first time watching it. They go off the ramp, and I'm like, it's just a jump, and they see who goes the farthest. There's a point where they're like a sugar glider.
They fly.
They're just soaring.
It's so cool.
Like, I was like, oh, just imagine the feeling of that. I was like, I wish I could feel like that, but I would have to train for years and years and years and years.
And it'd be so easy just to like break yourself in half.
Break your
doing that.
legs. Just
break your legs,
snap
break your
'em.
back, break your neck. That's the thing. Like, I bet if you're good at it, that sport has to be like the most fun sport out of all the Winter Olympics, because you're flying. Like you're accomplishing flight.
Doing
you're
some
just
flips on a snowboard too.
Yeah, that looks
just
like fun.
anything in the Winter Olympics is fun because you're just going fast, ice skating, whatever.
I think Winter Olympics
It's
have
like
the most
super-
fun sports.
Yeah,
Except oh my god, but luging, like luge, that is
is
terrifying.
that the
No.
That's the sled.
That's where you
thing,
lay
right?
down and you basically go through like the ice canal and you go super fast.
Don't
And
they have like
someone died.
amusement parks where they have those things? Except they're not on ice. It's you go down on these
on a track?
on a track.
Yeah.
I want to go to one of those. I forgot. I don't know where they are, but I've always wanted to go.
Yeah,
to
those look like a lot of fun.
one.
But the ones on ice, like it's the most dangerous Olympic sport. Someone died back in Sochi in 2014 because it's like you're basically. I feel like with that sport, it's all just luck. It's like you lay down and you go fast, and it's like, well, hope I don't die.
Yeah.
You go so fast, and you're basically just hanging on. And it's like if you crash, you're gonna definitely get hurt.
It's
or
not
die.
gonna feel good.
No. How do you get into luging? Like of all the sports, it's like, you know what? I'm going to pursue luge today.
I don't know. I guess it's weird. It seems weird coming from someone of the perspective of not even being interested in sports to begin with. But imagine being someone interested in sports and then you're interested in that. Like you're interested in entertainment, but you're only interested in a certain facet of entertainment.
Let's plays.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the thing is, it's like
I meant like as an interest.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know. Like you personally have a specific, I guess, love or more love for one thing. Like if we were to link it to Super Mega, we both have more of an affinity towards music videos.
Yeah.
When some people really love doing Let's Plays, and they're like, why would I do music videos? I love playing games and all this other stuff. And I guess it's a difference of just kind of like, oh, I don't like snowboarding. Oh, luging, that looks fun. Like as a kid, and then you just grow up, and then it just becomes habit, and it becomes something you really are interested in.
No, but I'm wondering, like, how do you get into it? Like, where do you go to luge? And it's like who do you talk to get into that sport? Because I get skiing.
You have
like,
to climb to the top of Mount Everest and then luge down.
you have to make your own luge. You have to craft it by hand.
You make your own luge going up, and then the true test is if it works coming down.
You have to make it using wood that you find on the way up and
Yep.
duct tape. Oh my god, climbing Mount Everest, like I could not do that. That's too terrifying.
No.
People die like every week on Mount Everest,
Well,
every single week.
There's just a lot of factors. It's not just the cold.
There's the oxygen. It's physically strenuous too. It's like it's slippery. There's crevasses, which crevasses scare the shit out of me. Like
Yeah.
you could not even see it, and then all of a sudden you fall 60 feet down into
Because
like
it's
a
covered
ravine.
in snow,
Yeah.
like a plush snow.
And then no one knows you fell, and no one knows where you are, and you're
It's
stuck
just
there
silent.
forever. And then you're gone. And if you live when you hit the bottom,
Yeah.
then you're really in for
You're fucked. You're
not a
you're-
fun time.
Another thing with Mount Everest is that a lot of people they can't get over. It's a lot to do with drive too. You have to get over the hump of, I'm just gonna like sit down and rest for a little bit. Because once you do that in certain circumstances of Mount Everest, then you're just gonna stay there and freeze to death and just become really comfortable and warm and just
Yeah, because hypothermia, you get warm before you you feel really warm, and then you want to take your clothes off,
yeah.
and then now you're frozen to death.
Whoopsies, Matt.
What?
Do you see that over there behind the dumpster
What is that?
in the office?
What is it?
Let me pull it out. Oh shit!
Is that what I think it is?
Is this a fucking segue?
It's a segue, dude. What conversation are we segueing into, Ryan?
Well, I was just gonna recommend a movie because I should have seen it way earlier, but I was turned off by it because it didn't look like something I would be interested in. But I fully recommend this movie now. It's Lady Bird.
Lady Bird.
I saw Lady Bird.
That's Hank Hill's dog, and King of the Hill.
Yes,
So when
it
you say
is.
Lady Bird, I just think of Lady Bird. Come
No.
here, Lady Bird.
I saw the movie Lady Bird. And
Yeah.
It was really good. It was just kind of, I guess now it's just, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm getting old, but I'm at that point where I'm fully self-aware of just the aging process and how it's going to go and how it has gone, and I'm like, fuck, life is, it's been how many years already type of thing. Like it's been Like 3 years already has been like, I'm like, what? I've been in LA for over 3 years? That seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those movies where I think I just kind of connected with it in that way because there was like a mom who's like, super like, I don't know. He's like super wanting to help. Just like, I guess the mom in the movie is like your typical mother figure. So connected with that because you know how my mom is.
I know how your mom is.
In my business. To all you mothers listening to the podcast.
How many could there be? I wonder how many just like...
I don't know, there's some
there's
young
moms,
moms. There's
like-
young moms.
oh,
There's like
young moms,
18-year-old moms. And,
I wonder if there's any like 30-something-year-old moms that just for some reason listen to us. And if you do, thank you. You're very
or
sweet.
fathers.
Or fathers, just single fathers listening in.
Any stepdads listening to us?
Hey, stepdaddies. I'm sure that there's at least like one 60-year-old guy who just like for some reason watches us.
Yeah.
Just by himself. And to you, we thank you. That's very... that's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're reliving their youth vicariously through these two young lads on a podcast.
Yeah, and if you want parents listening, go watch Lady Bird. Really recommend it. It's a nice, short, like little package wrapped up in a bow. That's what it feels like. It's just a nice,
I need to see that
conclusive little good feeling story.
I like
and
that.
I know I usually am like it ended with like everything going right. I'm not telling you how anything ends, but it wasn't like a depressing ending like how I like some endings sometimes. I like realistic endings, which is weird because you'd think I'd want an escape.
I like
type of
realistic
thing.
endings too.
Yeah. I don't like when they have to take 5 or 10 minutes to wrap up and show us what the characters are doing after the big events and shit like that, where it's like the wrap up.
Speaking of movies you recommended, I did see one that you recommended. I saw 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
Ooh, okay. Did you see it in Japan?
I watched it on my plane back from Japan on a really poor quality screen with terrible headphones.
Okay, but that was my favorite movie. But with that experience, I'm wondering if it still came across as the movie that it was.
I really, really, really liked it.
Okay.
But I didn't get the full experience because I couldn't hear like half the dialogue. And then it had Japanese subtitles over the whole thing.
No!
But it was still really good, and I'd like to see it again because the thing was like with the lighting coming in the window on the plane and everything, and just like how bright the plane was, the screen was really dark.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see a lot, and it was hard to hear most of what they were saying throughout the whole movie. But I did love it, and I got a lot from it, and I thought it was a really good movie, and I'd like to see it again. So I recommend that movie as well. Very
So
good. Yeah, it was great.
Such a good movie. Sam Rockwell, Woody Harrelson, and what's her name? I bombed on the main actress. She was in this movie where she played a butler where it's like, are you a man or a woman? What are you? It's weird.
The Shining.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like the butler from The Shining a little bit, I do have to say. But
My phone.
Oh shit!
It's okay.
One other movie thing, and I know people are gonna laugh the moment I bring this up because I'm saying it again. But Spy Kids 2, I forget the casting choices that Robert Rodriguez makes in his movies. They're the weirdest casting choices.
They're wonderful.
They're great. They're great. But just like, for instance, like George Lopez as Mr. Electric and Shark Boy and Lava Girl. But I forgot that he cast Mike Judge as like the director of the OSS. And every time I see Mike Judge come on screen, and
You can hear the Hank Hill.
all I hear is Hank Hill because it's like that is his real voice. He's just like a toned down version of Hank Hill.
Yeah.
So he'll be like, Junie, Carmen, and it's like I hear it. Like I hear Hank Hill the whole time, and he tries to play this like badass like villain character, and it's so funny. Like, how does Robert Rodriguez get these people in his movie? Like, you got Sylvester Stallone to play the toy maker.
He's loved throughout the filmmaking community. I know Quentin Tarantino's got in some deep shit right now, but he's good with Quentin Tarantino.
Wait, what did Tarantino do?
What?
I didn't hear about what happened with Tarantino.
There's the whole thing where
Is it sexual misconduct?
no, it's kind of like his